messing with you guys.
The part I'm most concerned about is that it'll send out multiple notifications, which is really annoying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And yes, we are back again, but this time... Because, like, it's clearly working instantly, so it's like, what on my end is wrong? Just tell me and I'll fix it, but clearly I'm not going to get that answer. So for those pouring in, we're just fixing the stream as a reset, because for some reason we got booped off again. But we're coming back, because I actually want to, you know, we're near the end of Super Chats, but I want to do some overflow as well. That was like a good opportunity to do some, but for some reason YouTube doesn't want us to stream. I'm finding this very offensive.
You will never finish your EFAP super chats.
You know, it's like when we're too tired to carry on, YouTube's like, yeah, you can go ahead and carry on.
Yeah, go for it.
But then when we're like active and good to go, it's like, no, 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 no.
No, you will never.
Stop
YouTube
that right
is
there.
evil. It must
Not
be the
gonna
case.
evil.
So what I'm looking at now is we got the six-hour one in part 1, then 1 hour and 10 minutes for part 2, and now we're doing part 3. I will stitch together part 2 and 3 while 1 goes up on Moolah. That's how we'll do this. Should be fine. Hopefully it doesn't knock me off again. I would consider that very rude. But if it does, I think I'm gonna have the exact same strategy again. Anyway, we were just saying, yeah, that Yellowstone. I've known from several bits of media and education that Yellowstone's terrifying. And it's just strange that Rags knew it as a park rather than anything that was like a super booper.
Yeah.
Oh well, yeah. I mean, it's a beautiful state. What is it? National park? It's
National
humongous.
Park, yeah.
It's like Yosemite. Yeah, it's one of the most famous in the country.
Hey man, did you see my tweet linking the missed memes I mentioned last EFAP? No rush or obligation to showcase, of course, just hype for your reaction. I think I've got them now. They're in my listing. We've got quite a number, in fact. Rags and I can do probably a video mini soon. We've got enough to probably make a good hour out of it, at least. So maybe we'll drag Jay and Metal for it as well, I don't know. Fun times ahead. Rags, I found your channel 2 years ago and have love you.
Oh, I'm glad. Thanks.
Muller, I found out about your channel 1 year ago. Love you as well. Oh, that's very nice. I'm glad you're enjoying it. Found EFAP 2 weeks ago. Thank God. Yeah, that must be interesting if you're a big fan of us too, and then you just found out we did like 70 plus episodes of this. You're like,
oh, so
this
great.
whole time?
Yeah.
Hundreds of hours of content. What is it, a month now?
I was gonna say, like, I've definitely mentioned EFAP a couple times in my videos upwards of a year ago, I think. I think Rags has as well, so...
Yeah,
I don't know how it was missed.
Them.
My mum passed away unexpectedly recently, and EFAP has been a friendly voice in a hard time. Thank you for everything. Much love from Clark.
Oh, thanks very much. I'm glad it's helping out.
Yeah, sorry to hear
strong.
that, but glad we can be a bit of company, I suppose. Halo is one of my favorite game series of all time, so I don't want to be the one to say it, but Warhammer probably solos the entire Halo universe.
Yeah, it's just, they're just so different, and they're made for just different things about that.
Hey guys, sorry to put you on the spot, but I really need an uwu.
Ooh.
There you go. 40k is meant to be overpowered. Hail the Emperor. Well, yeah, it seems that way, because they seem pretty fucking powerful.
They are pretty powerful.
Grey Knights from Warhammer 40k would wipe the floor with all super soldiers. Ask Arch Warhammer. Also high rags.
Hello.
And yeah, possibly true. I mean, book mobile infantry level movement for lock. For lock?
Spartan Lock.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, it's from Halo 4 and 5 or whatever.
MC beats DG not only because of better arsenal, but also got energy sword, and the BFG won't work on Master Chief because it's effective against demons. I don't think that's how that works. Like,
It won't work against demons.
No, it won't work against Master Chief because it's effective against demons. I feel like stuff that's effective against demons might work pretty well on Master Chief. You don't know. Not the sword, no, the BFG.
Why? What? So he's saying it only works against demons?
Well, this is the weird line of logic. The BFG will not work on Master Chief because it's effective against demons, as if to imply it is not effective against anything else.
I fear it's effective to anything standing in the way.
Pretty much.
It seems very non-discriminatory.
Also, someone asked, is it the internet? No, my internet's fine. I don't know what to do. Every time it disconnects, I'm easily talking to Rags and Glib here. Nothing's wrong. Just being an ass. I believe it's something to do with YouTube's or something to do with OBS, but I'm not really bothered about which. Because I don't know the fucking answer anyway. Like, it just doesn't... It's nothing I can do. Where was I? The Muslim extremists have been calling for a nerf to the A-10 for so long, but the US doesn't want to upset its pilots as it is their main audience.
Yeah, I don't think we're gonna rebalance that.
Muller, would you be interested in narrating our next documentary? If so, how do we get in touch with you? Or you can just reach out to us if interested. For Echo-based network. Oh, I don't know, because I would have to, you know, depending on how long it is, I'd want to obviously record you and edit you up some good audio, and I would feel while working on that I should be working on anything else, if you know what I mean, like to do with either EFAP or my main work. I don't know. Let me think about it. Or, you know what, I can, if you contact my email, it's attached to my about page, and I'll keep a note to look out for it, because I get a lot of emails that are like, I need to sort that out, like, filter-wise. But I'll try and look out for it, and then maybe get some more details about how it would work, and I would think about it. I'm not sure. But thanks for the offer, though. It's very, very kind. SMs are fast, but not enough to avoid having a gun trained on them from a distance. Also, Spartans can use thrusters to get to cover to recharge.
I don't think they'll have the chance to recharge if they get hit.
Like, these are all desperation-y things, sounds to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, Space Marines are very fast. I don't think that's accurate. I think they need to read more Space Marine books.
I think you need to read more Space Marine books. Sounds like such a, like, almost
You don't even know, actually. Actually, Space Marines are way better than Spartans, because they're big pauldrons.
Sargon, what's your favorite movie and what is best movie? I will save that one. Also, Blame the Controller said, went back and watched the whole video from earlier and the guy got so much wrong. No understanding of battle tactics, weapons, armor, and other stuff.
Yeah, well, that's just, we get that.
That's just like your opinion, bro.
Yeah.
But yeah, we felt similar.
All opinions are equally valid.
Old Nando is at it again with another saving a movie take. This time he says Ben surviving ROS, hunting down surviving First Order members while Ray goes to recruit Broom Boy improves the ending. Oh.
Oh. Is that what he says?
Hunting down surviving First Order members? That doesn't sound...
Jesus Christ. That doesn't sound like he's changed much.
No.
He just swapped sides.
Oh, and could you imagine her walking up to Broom Boy and being like, it's time to trade? I'd be like, oh my god.
You left me here to live as a slave.
Yes, but now the plot calls for you, sir. You're important.
Yes, but... Alright, so you don't want to go? It's like, I do, but... Still, damn. Like,
Still, I don't really like you, just say.
Yeah.
It's kind of embarrassing, because Broom Boy would probably be a better protagonist than Ray at the end of the day.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. Pretty much anything's better than it.
100%.
Rags, Ghosts of Onyx was great. Its follow-up by Karen, Everything I Touch Turns to Shit, Travis is an abomination. Don't read it no matter what.
I won't then.
The first 3 Halo books, right? What is it? Fall of Reach and the Harvest one. Those are pretty actually well
The
written.
first three are First Strike, The Flood, and The Fall of Reach.
Yeah, those are good. I suggest those if
And
you're
that
like a pulp
reverse
fan.
what I said.
Yeah,
First
exactly.
First Strike is last.
First strike.
Yeah, somebody mentioned earlier about how Onyx wasn't important strategically or something, and I'm pretty sure that the narrative is that Harvest falls first and then Reach is like the last fall before the beginning of Halo. And because of the way that they structured these stories, it really makes a nice prequel to the original Halo, which is what I think expanded universe material
Well, The
should do.
Flood is
So, yeah.
Halo.
Yeah, the Flood is Halo. That's right. I'm sorry,
Yeah.
I'm a little dusty for it. Yeah,
The first book is pretty much a prequel to Halo. Goes into training a lot more, his childhood and all that stuff.
right. Yeah,
The Flood is basically Halo the game as a novel, and it's the best of the three. Then First Strike tells more about stuff that happened.
yeah, with like other Spartans and stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, just making sure. Cool.
Which Star Wars battle droid would make the best lover?
Ooh, are you a top or a bottom?
I suppose you could answer for both.
I don't know. I
Well,
feel like versatility is a big part of it. You know.
do you like big buff super soldiers, or do you like slim and slender
What about a
battle droids?
droidica?
Or
Just getting involved in that, rolling around. I don't know.
what are you, some kind of fetishist? You
Maybe.
weirdo.
Is that a problem? Is it? Is it really?
It's I don't kink shame.
Fetishist.
Obviously, R2D2 is #1 waifu. Everybody else just can't measure up.
Commando droid.
What
Hellfire
about those
droid, obviously.
Magna Guards? What about the Magna Guards?
They know their way
Yeah,
around
they're
a
pretty
stick.
sexy. Yeah.
They can handle a shaft, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Suppose that'll be our one to go for. Onyx was Forerunner Shield World 2 astronomical units wide, which had 61.5 quintillion drones guarding it, but was seen as insignificant. I mean, I read these out and I don't even know what they mean, so I'm just like, alright.
That's a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Halo. Ghost of Onyx. Planet-sized Forerunner megastructure. Yeah, I just don't know anything about maybe this is a later Halo or too early. Apparently humans are live there. They colonized in 2149.
Isn't that from the book that came after First Strike? Ghost of Onyx, is that the fourth one that they released?
I
don't
think
remember.
so. The one that Eric Nyland wrote, but this is from 2006.
Huh.
I want to say I recommend this, I recognize this cover.
Yeah. I know what I think the cover has like a Sergeant Johnson lookalike on it or something, and then another Spartan with some submachine gun or something. I don't remember. But I didn't. It didn't. I wasn't interested in it when I opened it up at the bookstore.
On a scale of 1 to 10, where would you rank Empire?
Pretty high.
I think a safe 8 for me.
Yeah, I'm gonna go 8. I was kind of thinking something along lines. Gives us it's still a good, respectable number, but gives us wiggle room for the really, really good stuff out there, the prestiges and stuff.
Yeah, that's fair. 8.5 maybe. 8 just
Maybe,
seems
if
a
I
little
watched
low.
it again and was able to really conclude on it, maybe.
Every time I watch Empire or A New Hope, there's a moment where I just smile and I go, "Wow, there's something going on here that's really amazing."
Yes, sir.
And I would say the Prestige has the same thing as well, but that seems to be operating on a much more like complex cinematic level than the Star Wars movies. It's like a steak compared to a burger, maybe.
Yeah, that's why steaks are better than burgers.
Yeah. So 8.5. I agree with that.
Just in case you missed it, in 1848, Phineas Gage had a meter-long iron rod shot through his skull and lived for another 12 years, so I guess it's possible to survive getting shot in the face. Yep.
Yeah, it is. It is definitely possible.
And yeah, we did read it out before, but it is fascinating nonetheless. I hate the Hobbit movies, but damn it, I'm listening to a Celtic woman version of I See Fire, and I recommend to everyone. I don't, I guess I kind of hate the third Hobbit movie to a bit of a degree, but the first two, like, I don't hate them. I'm just like, they're
fine, I guess. Like, I don't have any hatred for them. I don't have any. I don't dislike them or anything. They're fine.
I kind of dislike them.
I
Got a bit of dislike going for me.
really don't. I don't like them because they don't have like the same feeling to them. There's something empty about them.
Yeah, we can't make a. You're roboting really bad.
Oh, okay. I'll be back.
I retract my criticism, Glib. Your explanation regarding the Darksaber is great, and now I now agree with you. Also, hi, Rag and Mole. Hello.
Hi.
Tuesday or not, there better be an EFAP this Saturday. Best part of my week. Also, hi, Wags.
Hello.
I'll release something on Saturday. Something of some kind to do with EFAP. Possibly infinitisms. We could do that on Saturday, I suppose.
I'm so ready.
I'll gladly platonically kiss you all if you do an EFAP movies for Raihu Kitamura's Versus. It's so over the top, low budget, and god tier stupid action. I will make a note. We got so many things for EFAP movies, honestly.
So many recommendations for movies.
Forgot it was your birthday, Rags. Happy birthday, good doggo.
Oh, thank you very much.
Hi, Rags and crew. Give anime a chance. Look up Mexican Robot from G Gundam. Give anime a chance. I mean, there's some anime I really like. It's okay.
Yeah, I sure. Yeah, I like.
Mola, could you do an unbridled praise of Joker? That's what I want to do after I do TFA Part 3, which is currently being worked on. So, yes. The other guy is wrong. I also poop with the door open and suggest others should do it as well. Oh. Rags, the pooping with the door open and people is spreading.
Well, what they can do is they can poop with their door open in the comfort of their own homes, and they don't have to tell me about it.
True. Applebee Waiter Man cameo when? Well, he's had his cameo. It was
More than a cameo.
Hours, yeah. This is a question for all of you. If you could have a strong influence over or a guarantee in quality of a video game IP made into a movie trilogy, what would it be? Mine would be Warframe. Ooh, I could really go for BioShock, like 3 sort of films all about BioShock.
I'd say BioShock, Dead Space.
Yep, that'd be another one.
Mass Effect would be another good contender.
That's a really good question.
Vermintide.
You can do 40K?
Could do.
You could do one, yeah, sure.
Give you permission.
GTFO would probably be interesting as a movie. Let me see.
I'd like to do the original Deus Ex. That would be cool.
Oh, Max Payne.
Oh, that would be amazing. Yeah.
Garfield Kart, obviously.
What about a TV
Metro
show about the adaptation of The Simpsons Hit and Run, where it's like a show, but with that family from that game, and they like live in a little world, like a town, like 20-minute episodes at a time, maybe?
Sounds good to me.
Mm-hmm.
How about a Call of Duty movie?
I'm sure that would be so great.
Yeah.
The Evil Within, potentially.
I don't know about that. I mean, whatever ended up being great about an Evil Within movie, I feel like the game wouldn't really have been the reason for it. Like, there's a lot you'd have to change, I guess. But yeah, lots of strong answers for that one.
Ooh, you know what I would do? Sorry, just as a final one, Mirror's Edge.
That'd be good. Metro.
Definitely Metro.
Metro.
What about I'm trying to think of it. The problem is that Soma would make a really good one, but the game is already so perfect
It's not
that
necessary, yeah, but it could be cool just to have it in
you
another
know.
medium. I downloaded the BioShock collection on PS4 since it was a part of February PS Plus. Are they good? What are the big problems with Infinite? Oh,
Oh boy, we
Watch
can make a
Matthew
whole
Matos's
fucking.
video on it.
he nails it, yeah. And
He will tell you everything wrong with that fucking abysmal game.
BioShock 1 is awesome, bit clunky, and the AI isn't fantastic, and neither is the... A big thing about BioShock 1 in terms of a flaw is, like, the enemies barely even seem to tell that they're being shot by you when you shoot them. It's kind of... It can take you out a little bit, but I would say these are sort of things that are, compared to the pros of that game, aren't too significant. BioShock 2 cleans up a lot of the mechanics in really awesome ways, but its story suffers, because BioShock 1's story is fucking cool.
Yeah, the story isn't as good in BioShock 2, but mechanically it's better and you've got more options. It's
Yep.
better to play,
Agreed.
but both of them really nail environments excellently.
I love Rapture. It's a really cool place.
Rapture is super fucking interesting. I would love to go back to Rapture for a good game.
Yes, please. And then Infinite, like we said, there's not even a point, just go watch Matthew Matos's video, he fucking rips that game apart. In a really good way.
Bioshock would be really great if they had like an actual remaster for it that took all the clunk away.
Spartans jump feet first into hell. 40k Space Marines were born in hell.
ODSTs.
There you go. Gameplay is not valid to Halo lore. Spartan armor basically immune to small arms fire. I don't think you can say that. Like, surely these things are going to be restricted to their in-game mechanics too. That's part of what makes the conversation interesting. Is to be like, we know how this works because of this. Like, just because it makes your candidate weaker, you can't just discount the mechanics of the game. It's like, no! The Toxic Brood must now bear Sargon's curse. Yeah. For a bit. Hopefully not till next stream.
We're gonna cleanse that cure and cure that curse. No more will Sargon be cursed.
Revving. Battlefield 3 medic sounds. Don't know what to make of that. Who's managing this train wreck? Train wreck. Kill Jay.
Yeah, Jay.
I was gonna say, it's not my fault. It's definitely Jay's. Thrice the FAP, triple the length. Yes, man. Grey Knights would wipe the floor of any super soldiers. Laughs in Custodes. Custodes?
Custodes.
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 Yeah, they're the Adeptus Custodes or Custodies or whatever. They're the protectors of the Emperor, and they're like super special Space Marines.
Mm-hmm. Custodes. Master Chief is a Gary Stu, debate me. Will you post all 3 parts, please? Happy birthday, Wags.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, so I'll post part 1 on its own pretty soon after, like probably tomorrow early, and then the next ones will come a little bit later after I've stitched them in Vegas, because they're in 2 pieces now. Forerunners would be a foe only the Krons could fight. Everyone else dies. Serious precursors also make both look like cavemen. They shaped universes. Okay.
Well, there you go.
Shaped universe is neat. What's your favorite homunculi in FMA Brotherhood? Also, hello, my nigayars. You know, I think they were trying to say something with that.
Friends.
Mm-hmm.
My friends.
Favorite homunculi? Probably, I really like Pride. It was creepy as hell, but it was a nice reveal as well of where he was.
It's been so long since I've seen it. I really do need to rewatch it because it's been ages, and I only believe I read the mangas and a lot of it, and I don't think I got to the end. So I do need to go back and I need to let's watch them, Muller. We need to watch them.
Wait, so you had watched it or not?
I've only seen a few episodes, but
Oh.
I'm much more familiar with the manga. Because I read a bunch of them.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I'm operating too much off of memory. I need to see it again.
I really like
Distant memory.
Wrath and obviously Envy. Envy, I feel like, gets a benefit from being in so much of it. But then the problem becomes that, like, Lust was pretty damn awesome too. And, I guess Greed and Gluttony weren't that interesting to me compared to the others. Yeah, good. It was good stuff. It's really cool overall. I like them all. I guess if I really had to pick a favorite, probably Wrath. I just really like the guy in the series. Cool. Spartans are also fast. They can run at an 80 to 90 miles per hour and even flat out fly for a limited time nowadays. Fly? How can they fly? Is it because they can jump really hard?
Jetpacks?
They're
Oh,
jetpacks.
I thought they were saying, like, without technology there.
Oh, no, that sounds ridiculous. But you know what's funny is that Spartans work for the UNSC, and so they're technically Space Marines, aren't they?
I guess so.
United Nations Space Command, and he's a Master Chief. That's a naval designation. Maybe not.
Hmm. Would you
I don't
dump
know, but
out Sorry?
I was just gonna say it's kind of getting old. The Halo versus 40K. All I know at this point is that there are passionate people on both sides that have good arguments, but at the same time, it's like I favor 40K, so I can't hear anything heretical.
Would you dump out a warm beer and get a new one, or just down the warm one to get it over with, asking for a friend?
Don't waste the beer.
I wouldn't be drinking beer, so I can't even answer the question.
You don't drink beer?
If I have a preference to drink something else alcoholic, I'll take it. Beer's like the last thing I would drink.
Nah, good to know.
But, Rags, what about you?
I prefer drink.
No.
Beer?
The,
What?
No, would you waste a bottle of beer that went warm, or would you down it before getting a new one?
I'd probably drink it. I think I'd feel bad about wasting it.
Mm-hmm.
But generally, I drink kind of quick. Because I like them when they're cold.
So, Rags, how do you think Warframes compare to Space Marines with their arsenal and varied abilities? Keep in mind, exalted weapons, Excalibur's blade, for example.
I don't know. I just feel like 40K Space Marines would just make mincemeat out of them with all the stuff they have at their disposal and the power that they have and the armor that they have and the gene seed of their construction and their training. And I just think it's. I just don't think Warframes could do it.
What's a Warframe gonna do against a librarian or a chaplain?
I don't know.
Just feel like as if you should not compare yourself to a 40K Space Marine.
Because you're on the losing side already, huh?
Yeah,
Like,
why are you trying to compete with something that's goes out of its way to be over the top like that?
Yeah, it's just an over the top universe. Like it's its own thing out there. Just don't try.
Rag, Cold Protocol and Contact Harvest, also very good.
Yeah, I've heard some of those. Heard of some of those.
Sirloin medium well is objectively best steak.
Find that man, and I'm going to dispose of him for his heresy.
My God.
Not supposed to eat meat well done, sir.
I don't know
Well
who out
done,
of the three of us
sir.
this could possibly be directed at, but the next one says, who's a good boy?
Rags is a good boy.
Oh.
I am a good boy.
Monster Hunter as a TV series structured similar to Pokemon. Maybe. Probably make that work. There's already a Metro movie.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
There's already a retro... there's always... I think there already is a Metro movie in Russian. Interesting. I have not heard of it.
Me neither. It sounds good though.
Gameplay means you die to water. It's never used because it's designed to create a balanced game and not a lore-based game. It is non-canon to Halo. Gameplay means you die to water? You mean like when
I
you get
guess if
thrown
you
out of a
jump in
map?
water, you die. Like if it's outside the map,
Yeah, but that
or it's to
doesn't
stop you
that
from.
that doesn't then mean everything that happens in the games is non-canonical, right?
I don't know. It's weird to say. I don't know. I just don't know. Off the top of me head.
Now the precursors turned into the flood from decay. Oh my. And that, it's medium well, you fucking netbeard soy hack. Oh my god.
No, it's rare at somewhere that is predisposed to medium or well done, and at a proper steakhouse, you usually want to go medium rare because their medium is usually pinker. That's the what is it? I can't even say it. Patrician way of doing it.
Hmm. Alright. Means we're over to Streamlabs. Un momento. Moobles, you should use the Star Wars Imperial siren noise in more videos when pointing out huge plot holes. It's just fantastic. It is a fantastic noise. I'm not
Very
sure
alarmy.
where I would use it exactly. Like every time I hit a plot hole, you're gonna be hearing that a lot, you know? The Norwegian military has adopted co-ed quarters. Not sure about showers, though. The results are amazing. Sexual harassment is down. Camaraderie is up.
Cool.
Hello, all my Alfreds. Won't be able to stick around for the whole live stream this time, but I will leave my clone to watch and catch up later on Moolah. Love all you massives. Keep up the objectively good work. Also, hi Rags and hi Glib, who just joined.
Hello to you.
Hello there.
Morley, please watch 7 Cajas, 7 Boxes. I just want to get your opinion on a movie from my country. Love EFAP and your content. Every day it helps with work. Hola, Rags.
Hola.
I can make a note, but no promises. I've got loads of other movies I gotta watch, unfortunately. Or fortunately, depends on your POV. Hello, Rags.
Hello.
German Navy officer here. We had conscription until 2011, and I can tell you that we had the stupidest people forced to serve you possibly imagine. Nowadays, we get a lot more skilled volunteers. Given stupid people, assault rifles is scary. Giving stupid people assault rifles is scary. Yeah, that's the thing. We're just kind of highlighting that there are pros and cons, and that is one of the more obvious ones we could probably think of, right? Like,
Yeah,
when you conscript
I'd
people, you
imagine
can end up with some tisms.
Yeah.
There is a great Lindy Beige video about who is able to shoot to kill. Turns out it is sociopaths and older siblings. Also, people who are trained to reflex shoot, like we train people today. It's part of the reason why PTSD is so prominent today.
2 in the chest for center matter, and then 1 in the head. The Mozambique.
No, 1,000 in the head. That's the best way. Make sure.
The zombie way.
Beowin, I have some mad evil schemes for me memes. I need a champion of the pencil and paint. Help me, Beowin, you're my only hope. Email me at lethal10@gmx.com. Someone looking for some commissions, perhaps, Beowin? Also, person who asked that, you can probably find Beowin on, I don't know if, has Beowin been banned from Twitter?
I don't know.
I think he did get banned. I can't remember now.
Oh my goodness.
But, yeah, the guy's looking to contact you, Beowin, lethal10@gmx.com. Is Wags the name of the child of Wolf and Rags? Or would that be, or that child name be Rolf?
Rolf. Hello, Ed boys.
Isa Rolf.
Many dollars, yes.
And, Rags, you're the good boy. Happy birthday.
Oh, thank you.
I know, right? Ray walks with Broom Boy into the sunset, and in a post-credit scene, Kylo stops a First Order officer from killing himself, saying it's time to make things right. It's like poetry because it sucks balls. I mean, stops a First Order officer from killing himself? Okay. Yeah, I mean, we saw his Joker video, the guy who corrects films, and it was weird. It was weird. I give it the old thumbs down. I give it the old sad face. Alright. Which puts us to me we're back onto overflow, Rags. Here we are. We did it.
Back into overflow.
And I saved some from the last time I was doing, I think it was from the Super Chat Catch-Up 3. So continuity-wise, you need to see that before seeing this. But that's
if
where
you
all
want to keep up with the super advanced lore.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, these ones were saved. So, okay, fine, Rags, you've convinced me. I will poop with the door open just for you.
I mean, you're the one who has to live with it, really. Hey, me.
Have you tried taking your pants off when you poop?
I don't wear pants.
Well, then I don't know if that applies to you.
Hmm.
But I highly suggest doing it without your pants.
Also, apparently, Beowin can be found on Gab. Person who sent the massage. Find Beowin on Gab. This one just says, "Hi, Rags."
Hello.
Hello again, Wags, and other unimportance.
Hi. Yeah.
Hi, Rags.
Hello.
Also, hi, Rags.
Hello.
Hi, Rags.
Hello.
Hi, Ragagaliles.
Hello. Hello. Hello.
Also, hi, Rags.
Oh, hi.
AR pistols are fun.
Haven't had one. Haven't had one or shot one.
I like
Pertaining...
the sorry, I was just gonna say I like that you have the arm brace thing, so you can get an SBR. Those are a little bit better than the AR pistols.
Pertaining to the open door poopage question, from a purely pragmatic standpoint, I prefer to close my door so the smell doesn't waft into the rest of my house. I have no particular hang-ups otherwise. Rags, let poop with the space door open.
I will never open the space door when I poo.
Longman, please tell Rags Hailfire droids are objectively good.
I don't know. They just seem like a strange design.
And, Rags, who is your least favorite content creator on YouTube?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know.
Mundane Matt?
No. I mean, he's up there, I suppose. Yeah, Mundane Matt, Creature Taxon. I mean, they're all up there. You know, all the ones who cheat and lie and steal and all that. Probably wouldn't surprise you any of my answers.
Mm-hmm.
I have an answer for that. My least favorite would be Onision right now.
That's a good one.
Oh
Followed by
yeah,
J
yeah. He's
followed by J Station.
Yeah, Onision's a good pick.
Onision's up there.
So, I've got timestamps here. I'm just going to listen to them quick, because the EFAP ones, I want to see what this is about.
That sequel to a Harry Potter prequel that people weren't really that into, it probably would have done.
I fucking forgot there were even Harry Potter movies out.
I'm pretty sure there are some diehard fans of Fantastic Beasts, by the way.
Someone in chat is like, when are you gonna review Taxon's video? And my first thought is, why would you do that at this point?
Yeah. So in EFAP 1, I say I'm pretty sure there are some passionate fans of Fantastic Beasts out there, and then all the way over to EFAP 59, where we cover good old Jensen, Jenickelnans. I think you'll remember the fabled quote that she delivered, Ranks.
Which one are we? Which fabled quote are we talking about here?
The one in relation to Fantastic Beasts.
Oh, but the dancing. She sure does like those Fantastic Beasts. I guess didn't fit.
She seems to have a very childlike sense
Jesus
of wonder when it comes to films.
You're like Eddie Redmayne in the Fantastic Beasts movies. Sorry, I can't stop coming for the Fantastic Beasts movies. And
Yeah, she can't stop coming for the Fantastic Beasts movie.
Oh man, I saw the Fantastic Beasts movie. I came for that as well. I wasn't disappointed. That beast was fantastic.
And then I had 3 I've saved for Mr. Shadowversity. I've seriously got so many Shadowversity questions. This is downright criminal. Hi, Rax.
Hi.
Do you speak for the doggos?
Well, I speak only for this doggo.
Mm-hmm. Hi, Mauler. I've been with EFAP from the start, and I love it. Have you watched Avatar: The Last Airbender, the show, yet? Have I watched all 3 seasons of Avatar: The Last Airbender yet? No, I have not. No, I have not.
Have you watched the porn parody Avatar: The Last Bear Ender?
You could have just said cockbender.
No.
No.
No, Bear Ender is
That
so
show-
much better. You're like B-A-R-E,
That
Bear Ender. It's so much better.
But Rags, Wisp can open a portal to the sun as an attack. Limbo can put himself in a rift dimension and avoid damage, and others to BFR them.
For what?
To BFR them? Befriend them?
Wisp can open a portal to the sun as an attack. Who is Wisp in Limbo?
um.
Oh, are these Warframes?
Oh, maybe, yeah. I don't know.
I don't know. Yeah. I mean, but if you have a Space Marine who's a psyker, then what then?
I don't know. At the end of Empire, doesn't Vader talk to Luke through the Force? I mean, it's not very explicit as that. It's like they call out to each other at the same time. They can feel each other through the Force or some shit. Like, there's no, like, hey Luke, you should come back home. He's like, I don't wanna, or something like that. It's not as like I said, it's not as explicit as they make it be in The Last Jedi.
It also happens like where they're very close to each other. In The Last Jedi, I think they do it like miles and miles apart, right? Like light years.
Very far apart. And we already knew that people could sense each other through the Force. I'm fine with that. And someone who's like father and son near each other, it makes...
Patrick actually makes this point in his video, and this is part of my response on it. I don't really want to spoil it, but the idea that that could happen, like, oh, these people can talk to each other using the Force, kind of negates everything the PT where they needed to communicate with each other and they had trouble getting the signal to specific planets. And there's just so many moments where that would have been useful. And I also felt like that was between relatives. Like, they have a spiritual connection and they're also father, son, or sister. There's nobody outside the family.
Well, see, and that's why I do take a small issue with how, like, did Vader not sense anything about Leia the entire time she was with him in A New Hope? It's like, I don't know. A little bit of flism there. Cosmic Chicken is the one true god. I googled it. That makes sense.
Well, there you go. Another
great Goodell quote would be comparing 2 completely different situations and asking, how is this any different? I think I did make something like that. Because this, these super chats are from Neryl's video, so this is Wolf Part 1 stream. That's how much we've caught up. We're getting there. Neryl's videos are usually really good. This one was really disappointing to see from him. Go watch his video game reviews instead, and good luck, Wolf. Yeah, I've been told he makes good stuff and that one wasn't too great. Rags, mayo blast my salami socket. It's deli time and the first slice is free.
Oh boy, well, let's load ourselves up and take a trip to Flavor Town.
Hey.
Slather me.
Ray Rule 34 is half bad. I googled it. Okay, it is half bad.
Alright, well, I hope you enjoyed the other half then.
How did Kylo beat Rey to crate? I don't know. That's actually a very good question. I guess she was flying around crate, getting lost for a while before she decided to jump scare them all into while saving their lives. Like, suddenly Falcon. That's the Falcon theme.
It's been years and we're still thinking about new problems.
They use TLJ to teach...
what I was thinking.
Yeah, I know, that's the curse of TLJ. They use TLJ to teach how to not do a screenplay. As they should. I thought at the end of TLJ the kids were telling Luke stories from the OT, not the battle with Kylo. So they have little, like, toys to represent the AT-ATs, and then they just stand him in front of them. I mean, I don't think there's anything more definitive than that in terms of they were sharing his story from the end of TLJ. I don't think I've ever heard that argument from any TLJ defending people. Like, they've always said that that's the story that's spreading. Rag, congrats on finally agreeing to poop face-to-face with that one guy with the door open, but it was kind of creepy. I probably shouldn't have Googled it.
You know, I don't remember ever saying that. Might be an imposter.
Mm-hmm. I want Bush Wars, a Jeb story. Hillary is an evil emperor and George W. is his sidekick. Jeb must defeat them with his dad's Force Ghost and also teams up with a purple-haired Trump on a on a desert planet. Purple-haired Trump. Yeah, I'd watch it. Why are you talking about Star Wars or Tar Wars? Star Wars is coming out. I googled it. Oh my god, I forgot about all the googled it things. You were so smug with that. Like, you could survive in outer space. I googled it. It was like, let's check your article, buddy.
Zach Gilbert in chat says you already read these on a previous stream. Do you know what that would be?
Well, I usually
Is that
delete these
accurate?
as I go, so I'd be surprised if I'd read them already, but maybe.
I just wanted to bring that to your attention. I don't remember.
Some of these might sound similar to other super chats, but
Alrighty then.
I don't like. This is the thing. It's kind of hard for me to tell, but like I said, I delete the as I read them. So and then I save. So I'd be surprised if I've reread them, or maybe I pasted extras when I didn't mean to. But someone said they haven't heard these before, and they're 100% up to date on their EFAPing. So
Well, there you go.
I'll try and keep it in mind as I'm reading more of these. What other movie can you think of where an actor says what Hamill said about his character in TLJ? Jake Skywalker. I disagree with every choice made. The people on Game of Thrones season 8. Like, they seem to be relatively close to a degree. But...
Yeah, you could tell there's some. I mean, it drove one of them to cry and drink. So, like,
yeah. Luke killed millions on the Death Star. I'm assuming we would have covered that kind of earlier, technically, in this stream.
We did. Yeah.
Take a look at who directed episode 4 of Mando. I already know who did. It was Ron Howard's daughter, the star of Jurassic World. And a lot of people are blaming her for how bad episode 4 is, and I don't know that that's entirely fair, because Mandalorian as a season suffers in lots of ways. Like, I wouldn't blame an individual director of an individual episode. But episode 4 is probably the worst one, so I will say that.
If there was any TV series that needed a single director to do the whole series, it was The Mandalorian. They really needed a singular vision for something, and they botched it. By what, episode 3?
Well, I mean, I felt that way. A lot of people don't feel that way.
I mean, I understand that there's tismy elements of episode 1, but that, that convinced me that it was worth looking at the next episode.
I mean,
So
I guess I would happily say
enough.
4 is the one where everything's fucked in terms of just because we get a full idea of Mando being an idiot. The fobs and how they work seems to be really stupid. That's all kind of it's the whole season though, because there's just so many things. I don't want to get into that right now because it's so much.
No, I know you guys you've already been over it and all that. What was that? Dang, I just wanted to say one thing about this. Fuck. Never mind. Carry on.
Pacifism is an ideology for sheltered people. Dun dun dun. Obi-Wan talked Maul to death. I mean, he did a different thing that kind of killed Maul, but if you want to call that talking him to death, fine.
That's why he said hello there to Grievous, and he just.
Yep.
Hello there.
Please, someone animate Rags punching his son, Rag. Oh.
No, I would never punch my son, Rag.
I'm the Clorax. I speak for the Bleach, and the Bleach says, drink me for sweet release. Oh. Also, Maul or Rags, what are your legit least favorite things about each other?
His fucking keyhole ass nose. Always staring at me.
His male gaze that he tries to hide with his sunglasses.
That's what the glasses are for.
I see him staring.
Yeah, I can see out, but you can't see in. but through them I see so much. I
Sees
can
all.
gaze at all the women's, much as I want, all of them, from tip to tail.
You read this before. You read it again. Black cat. Oh no, woman in red dress. You read this before. I did not. I did not. Grievous died for our sins. I guess so.
Praise Grievous.
Grievous was a good one. He was one of the good ones.
He was one of the good men.
Have a good EFAP, all. I'll watch the rest later when it goes up on Moolah. I'm going to get some good rat now, if you know what I mean. Also, hi, Rags.
Hello.
It's not about realism or being realistic. It's about being believable. And what helps believability more than being consistent?
Yeah, boy.
Yeah.
Infamy gained in the face of standing for what is righteous is not infamy at all. It is glory. Marcus Tullius Cicero. Neat.
Yeah.
Rags has a bad case of the male gaze. I get it.
Yes, I do.
Rags, you pooping with
yes,
the
I
door
do.
open cured my meth addiction and saved my fat gay marriage. Thank you, Rags. Your generosity knows no bounds or privacy.
Oh, that's fantastic. I'm glad to hear that. My male gaze could do that for you.
I recognize that Disney has made a decision, but considering it's a stupid decision, I've elected to ignore it. I know that reference. But I mean, we didn't ignore the ST, did we? We were like, oh my god, look at that thing. Yeah, that's Avengers. That goes way back. I feel like I'm ignoring Rag. Hi, Rags. Wags.
Hello.
I still
Wag.
dislike that 2D Clone Wars was decanonized. It had far better continuity than Clone Wars, and it had far better General Grievous. That doesn't surprise me.
Yeah.
Yeah, but at this point, canon doesn't really matter. You can still enjoy it and just navigate it with your own head canon. Because in the hands of Disney, it's like giving your kid to a hostage taker or something like that, some sort of terrorist that's going to raise your kid.
Mm-hmm.
So just enjoy the Clone Wars that you know. And man, there's almost nothing better than that Mace Windu versus droid scene. I don't care if people say it's over the top.
Rags, when can we expect your Through the Wall video?
Through the wall?
Yeah.
Let me give that a Google.
Give it a giggle.
Is that because those dogs?
Through
The
the wall, a book
Shivas?
by Carolyn Corsoran.
Oh,
I don't know.
never heard of it.
Let's see. The creepiest best-selling psychological. Let's see. Now a Sunday. Blah blah blah. Stylist Lexi's got the perfect life, and someone else wants it. Lexi loves her home. She feels safe and secure in it, and loved thanks to her boyfriend Tom. But recently, something's not been quite right.
Oh no.
Yeah. A book out of place, a wardrobe door left open, a set of keys going missing. Tom thinks Lexi's going mad, but then he's away more often than he's at home anyway, so he wouldn't understand. Because Lexi isn't losing it. She knows there's someone out there watching her, and deep down, she knows there's nothing she can do to make them stop. A compelling, heart-racing thriller that will have you looking over your shoulder long after you turn the last page. The perfect read for fans of Lewis Candlish and Adelaide Parks.
So when are you making your video on that?
Stand by, and I will TBD.
TBD. All right.
Yeah, to be determined.
Hi, I'm sure I heard you say on EFAP that Treasure Planet is a good film. Could you explain why, if so? I had the impression that people think it's bad. I can't even remember most of it to be able to make that argument. But maybe
I thought
Rags
that the final Treasure Planet like takeaway was that it was a missed opportunity, that it didn't capitalize enough and didn't have
Wait, the animated one?
I
Yeah.
guess.
What? I thought it's beloved.
I
By like
don't actually
everybody
know
who
what the
watches it.
general perspective on that film is. I don't know.
Yeah, I've never heard anyone say
Mm,
that it's anything other than amazing.
I've heard a lot of people like that either don't know about it or don't like remember it as well as other Disney movies.
Hmm.
It's been a long time since I saw it.
We can watch it sometime.
George put references to the EU in the prequel release, so fair enough. Are they saying like it must be canon at that point? Because I mean, well, you know, if they're just references, it doesn't mean necessarily anything more substantive than the other thing. If it was decanonized, but as Glib said, you may as well just think to yourself what is and isn't canon at this point, because Disney are ruining any sense of what canon means. It's by Timothy Zahn, by the way. The wall thing? Or... Sorry, let me read these in order. Hey guys, if any of you listen to the Thrawn audiobook, it's so good I just listened to it all, and if you like Star Wars, the good Star Wars, definitely listen to it when you have the time. I only ever hear good things about the Thrawn trilogy. And yeah, that is Timothy Zahn. But no, I have not experienced it. Earth Defense Force is basically a Starship Trooper game. It's very janky but very fun. EDF, EDF. Again, I have heard it's rather amusing, if not very fun. Don't know if my first super chat went through, but the gist was love you massive. Sincerely, first name, surname. Adjunct Professor of Jared Law Tonal Tech. Are you one of the founders of the intellectual gaming community?
Me?
Wonderfully
No.
fabulous.
Not me.
EU was canon to the point that Coruscant and Sith were used for the first time in PT. Very well. Timothy Zahn, my god, these super chats are lining up, because this is a past one now. Timothy Zahn has talked in the past about how other EU writers had free reign to do whatever they wanted, do whatever, and they would just do stupid stuff, and he and other writers had to try and fix it constantly. That sounds hilarious.
That sounds very familiar. Yeah.
Yeah, because it's how relevant, but that's how things go sometimes. This video makes me sad. He made a great video critiquing the remaster of Majora with actual evidence and showing how the 3DS version is inferior. Yeah, as far as I know, his other stuff is pretty good. I just don't know anything about it, so I can't really say. If DLJ was not canon, I would be fine with it. I'd still shit on it.
I think a lot of people feel that way.
Like, it would still be shitty, but fine, yeah, if it's non-canon. And they could still do that forever. They will forever have the option to do that. I googled it, said Jeffrey Epstein, before being ... Whoa. The scar Anakin has on his face in Episode 3 was in a comic released before Episode 3. Pablo himself asked George to let Anakin have the scar in Episode 3. Alright. Cool. I don't like this video, Morta. I don't like this video, Mola, Wolf, and Rag. It's Smug Aura Moxby. Did you hear of the communist name drops at the Video Game Awards? No.
I think the Disco Elysium guys had said some weird stuff like that. Some weird socially crap. I don't know.
Also, Gaggles.
Oh, hello to you.
Watch Iron Sky. It has moon Nazis in it. My god.
That was a disappointment.
They need to edit Tommy Wiseau into The Rise of Skywalker like Pistol Shrimps. Also, get Tommy on here. I want to hear him say hi, doggy, to Rags.
Yay, that would be amazing. We
would be on board with this.
So ready.
Like, yeah, get us in contact with him, anyone. We're on board. Midichlorians are Star Wars power level scouters. Very well. Jumanji 3 was surprisingly good. You won't understand it without seeing number 2 first, but you don't need to see the first one. Oh wait, so you only need to see the second, you don't actually need to see the original. I do want to see it just to keep track of it. 'Cause I liked Welcome to the Jungle enough to see the sequel. If midichlorians aren't a source of force potential, but consequence, like they feed on it or something, then it stands to reason that a skilled force user would be able to genocide them without loss. Genocide them with some without loss.
I guess the Metachlorians?
Why would anyone want to do that?
I thought midichlorians were something that were inside your body, though. That were like a part of you.
In your
It was like
blood?
a symbiotic relationship. Yeah. I thought they were microscopic organisms. So why, if you kill them, I don't understand what that would do. I don't understand how you do that either.
J.J. Abrams Mystery Box. Have you heard of a YouTuber and streamer known as the Law Runner? He is the original Longman Bad, with making ruminations of various works that go into hours range. I would love for his small channel to get some love. I have not heard of him.
I want to say his name's popped up before, but I'm not sure.
I guess maybe it has. Yeah, I don't think I've seen anything from the person either way. It's like Junji Ito horror once explained. It's all the beauty of the story falls apart and it becomes movie slob like narrative garbage. Not 100% sure what that's referring to.
So like Junji Ito makes these like really
No, it said
horrifying
it's like
images.
him. I don't know what it is.
Oh, yeah, I don't know either. But you have to define, I feel like, artistically what your limits are on your style. And then people can adapt to that. And you have a malleable material to work with. Like you can go off a little bit in one direction and make it more realistic or conservative in the other. But he has a specific style that his audience understands. So I understand that you can create that and have a consistency within that, but I feel like you still have to have a rule set that human beings that are watching it can grasp. If it's too much abstract material, then people aren't going to be able to connect with it. If that makes any sense. There has to be some like A to B to C storytelling element for all of the abstract weirdness to have impact, is what I'm trying to get at.
What's your favorite shot in all of Star Wars? I think mine might be looking outward from the Jedi Temple entrance as Vader's leading the 501st up the steps. Amazing. Probably when Luke enters the carbonite chamber place and Vader's standing there. It looks awesome.
I think the binary sunset is my favorite.
Boo! Obvious choice. Boo!
Yeah, it's just so it symbolizes everything that a young man is like looking forward to and seeking to be finding in his life. It's like some sort of idealism. Yeah, but you just feel everything that he's going through is
in the sky.
Yeah, trying to get out of this desert and get wet.
Lost is objectively the best TV show ever, better than Buffy. Tell me why I'm wrong. Lost fucking sucks. Like, halfway through season 3 onward, it fucking goes downhill so quickly. Super contrived to get pieces of drama and started generating all kinds of histories for characters just because they don't know what else to do anymore. They only had steam for like 2 and a bit seasons. It seems like that's what they started out with, and then they were like, shit, we need to add more now.
That whole show should have been the point where everybody realized that JJ and Lindelof and all these people were hacks and that they didn't know what they were doing. They were just laying down mystery boxes. It's like everything seems to make sense.
Black smoke ghosts.
Sargon.
It's just dumb.
Yeah, here's a new element, one step at a time, each episode that ends in a cliffhanger or whatever, so that you keep wanting to watch more and figure out what's happening, but it doesn't end up making any sense at all because there's nothing there inside the mystery box.
I miss Anakin's first lightsaber from E2. It's green. It was green, that's true. But Count Dooku chopped it in half, I think. What did he chop? He chopped somebody's lightsaber in half. It was either Obi-Wan's or Anakin's. Probably Obi-Wan's, actually. Obi-Wan loses his lightsaber a lot. Because he lost in the first episode, too.
Yeah, he needs to keep a bunch of spares with him like Grievous did.
He just needs to get on a string. Just needs to be on a string. He'll be fine.
Yeah.
Second favorite shot was Qui-Gon grabbing JJ's tongue midair. It's a very good shot, yeah. Very autistic.
Yeah, that is Kino.
Timothy Zahn was asked to have his books acknowledge the comic that brought Palpatine back in the EU, and he was like, no, that's dumb. Also, while I like Lawrunner, he'd never come on EFAP, not his type of show. Fair enough.
Right. No, fair enough. Yeah,
And yeah, I like the idea that Timothy Zahn was like, lol, that's dumb.
Yeah, he at least he's like the closest to George's original vision as it came out in the OT. I think he gets it the most. There's another guy, but I don't remember his name as well. The guy that wrote Plagueis is pretty close.
Mooshly, you're right. Django is so much better than Boba. Boba looks cool and gets a lucky guess as to where Han is escaping from, but Django has so much more going on. Bounty Hunter is such a great game. If we're going strictly from the films, Django has more going on as a character, but he's still pretty thin as well. Like, Boba is barely a character in terms of you don't really know anything about him. He's just good at his job, seemingly. And then, I guess Mando is the one that people would want to argue is better than them all. Jar Jar stepping in the poop. As much as I need to remind you dumbos to watch Hardcore Henry, you shouldn't stream next Super Chat catch-up so you can actually, well, catch up. I know that it's hard to know this from the perspective of the audience, but we're actually making really good progress a lot of the time. It's just that there was such a huge amount that got left over. The past, like, I think there's only one EFAP out of the past 5 or so that didn't get to have a portion caught up with. Like, it's just taking a bit to get through all of them, but it won't be that long. And I don't really mind having to stay for a few extra hours to get through more questions. All good. How can your favorite Star Wars scene not be when they reduced the purpose of the entire Skywalker family to reviving Rey? Well, not my particular. We don't even talk about scenes. We just talk about shots. But yes, that was also one that I would probably never choose. That feel when you still don't know the motivations of Snoke. He was a puppet. He doesn't have any.
Yeah, he was just a weird guy made to do stuff, and he wasn't his own person really, but maybe. I don't know. But I just don't know.
You should get Rob Ager on. Who is Rob Ager?
I agree, by the way. This guy has a channel called Collative Learning and also his own name channel. And he does analysis and has a very specific way of looking at things. He likes to look at symbols and semiotics in films. And he has a pretty interesting Starship Troopers video that's worth watching. I don't know how ornery or boomer-esque he'd be on here, but he'd be a very interesting person to talk to.
Give us the super chat overflow amount or we riot. Well, you can riot. No, it's fine. You'll know when the day comes that I go, hey, Rags, that's it.
Hey.
And then Rags will be like, oh my god.
That is it. It is the day.
It's like Sanderson's law of magic means nothing to these people. All magic systems need consistent rules. Agreed.
Yes.
I don't think of a time where it makes it worse for them to be consistent, you know?
Yeah, I guess it'd have to be like the very nature of it would have to be consistent. Like Zinch in Warhammer 40K, something like that. But even then he stands apart from the rest. So yeah, just go with consistent rules for magic. Just do it. Okay.
You should get Zach Gilbert on. Huge EFAP fan. Perhaps one day, Zachary. Perhaps one day. This is the season 4 finale. It's all down from here, folks. On a serious note, I love you guys' work and wish you all the best. Thanks. Thank you. I think, yeah, I guess, canonically, the double wolf episode was the end of season 4, and the opening of season 5 was Rise of Skywalker. What an adventure. Dark Souls is an offshoot of Zelda, and Snoke is an offshoot of the Emperor? What timeline is this even? And to top it all off, Jay killed Epstein? Yeah, we got that confirmed.
Jay. Oh my goodness, Jay.
It all makes sense.
It all makes sense, yeah.
I didn't think he was capable of such an act.
This is why The Force Awakens is an awful soft reboot, because it doesn't stand on its own. It had to live under the shadow of the OT, not like The Bat Begins. I don't even
Yeah, it
think
was a huge mistake.
I don't even think it manages
Sorry.
to stay in the shadow of the OT. Like it couldn't even get that far.
No, absolutely not. And its biggest detriment is that it's trying to be the original movie again. If it had gone off in its own direction, maybe it would have earned its own way. But it just tried to copy the previous.
Shit's fucked, yo.
I second the shout out to Lawrunner, formerly Archenea? Not sure how to pronounce that, but fair enough. Watching Star Wars Episode 9 drunk in the cinema, drinking game during it, long live EU alcohol rules. Suggestions for rules to use? Surviving is not required.
Oh, every time someone says a word, take a drink.
No. I would just take a shot for each significant thing you find that doesn't make sense.
For the sequel trilogy.
Yeah. So it should keep you alive for at least the duration. Because because you won't notice them because you're getting so drunk. I'm trying to save this person's life, Rex. God. This just says Catherine Kennedy. All right.
Catherine.
JJ said that after 7, Snoke had to be CGI and hologram because him being there, his makeup would have revealed too much about him too soon.
Wait, what?
They couldn't have Snoke in real makeup yet. He had to be in a hologram and CGI because otherwise it would reveal too much about him too soon.
Oh.
that's like nothing. That's like what?
Why would you think that's the case?
This Todd must have like 7 copies of Chromosome 21. Oh my. 7 copies. Plenty to share then. Scissor mother equals lesbian. Very well.
Scissor mother.
So Mother Mauler is a sword-like weapon, or a sword is a mum-like weapon. Thank you, Wolf. I have no idea what that's referencing anymore.
Well,
but I agree with it.
Yeah, I think that super chat was wearing a lot of makeup.
Mm-hmm. Restoring balance equals wiping out half the universe. I think that makes sense, doesn't it?
I think it just follows.
I love the defense of Snoke being offed just because...
I knew you guys were Thanos.
We wouldn't Thanos. That's Movie Bob. He's a bastard. I love the defense of Snoke being off just because Snoke isn't that great anyway. Your defense is that he's not a well-written character. Okay. I mean, they wouldn't put it that way. They'd be like, he's not an interesting person and he didn't matter, so killing him shouldn't be that upsetting. It is weird.
That kind of dismissal just makes no sense.
I remember us responding to it. We were like, it was fucking Ryan that made him that way. Like, the idea that you're justifying it with logic from the film that exists because of him as well. It's just like, this just poop. Thanks for the content. Unlike the prequels, my frontal cortex immediately knew TLJ was bad. Cheers to getting hammered and watching episode 9 wasted. Press F. Actually, Rags, you are correct. Lucas said originally that Sith are the imbalance of the Force. Their defeat means balance is restored. That's how I've always known he said how it was, how it be.
Yeah, makes sense to me. Passes my smell test. It just seems like it works out. Narratively and in lore.
Thor Skywalker said JJ is the most modern director that understands Star Wars. Also, balance means using dark side and light side for good. Most modern director that understands Star Wars. I don't know about
Who
that.
said that?
Thor Skywalker, apparently.
Yeah, fuck off.
Weird. Yeah.
Yeah, if that's what he said, that was a stupid thing to say.
Maybe he said it in 2015? I don't know. I could see that being a thing to say there.
Yeah, that's a dumb thing to say.
Also, balance means using dark side and light side for good. I don't know about that either. What does it mean to
about using dark side?
Using the dark side for good? I'm not even sure how that works.
I mean, I don't know. You can choke people.
You can choke bad people.
Okay, all right, yeah.
You can go into a drug dealer's den and force lightning all of them.
Force
Going,
lightning a generator to give it power.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Why are we talking about Star Wars? Being gay is coming out. Oh, wow. Day 254 and still none of you have watched Hardcore Henry. You dumbos with a capital D. That's in the backlog, so you know that's just...
I can't wait. I can't wait for you guys to watch that and be like, "Oh man, this is."
If we just
all
go,
on
it
a
was
GoPro."
shit. You'd be like, oh.
No, Charlton Copley is really good in it, like your buddy, but it'd be a better video game. It should just be that.
How much influence did JJ have in Lost, though? I don't know, but he's talked about it a lot. Like, I'm pretty sure he had a big stake in it.
I've heard that the ending to Lost was really underwhelming.
It pissed off a lot of Lost fans when that happened originally.
Yeah.
A lot of the people who love Lost a lot look back and say it was a great ending, via interpreting a lot of what exactly it means and what it means for characters and stuff. It really depends on who you talk to.
Mm-hmm.
Hey Glib, hey Mauler, hey Rags. Hello.
Hey.
What is all
you
of
doing?
y'all's favorite holiday? Christmas, Halloween, Kwanzaa, etc. Also, hi Wags.
Hi.
Literally not even a competition. Halloween dominates the rest of them. It's the coolest holiday.
Star Wars?
Star Wars ain't a holiday. Stop it.
Star Wars is a holiday.
Wow. You guys not have one?
That's
or-
very difficult.
Like a what?
What?
A favorite
What do you
holiday.
mean a what?
I'm sorry, I was paying attention, but like too much attention, and I
Oh,
got hung
yeah,
up on the
no.
first bit.
Of course. What is y'all's favorite holiday? And their options in there were like Christmas, Halloween, Kwanzaa, etc. And I said Halloween.
Christmas. Christmas is my favorite.
Halloween's better.
I'm trying to think of anything other than those two. That
Halloween's
seems
not
to be the
better
two.
though.
You're right. Halloween's way better.
It isn't. Halloween isn't better than Christmas.
Dominates. Christmas doesn't
Costumes
even
and
stand a
candy.
chance.
But there's no Halloween meal though. There's Christmas dinner and that.
There's
Yeah,
Christmas
because you can
dinner,
eat
and
whatever
then
you
there's all
want
the
on Halloween.
presents.
You could even have Christmas
But
dinner
the
on Halloween
Christmas
if you wanted.
the Christmas spirit in
Gets
the
murdered by
aesthetics of it.
Halloween. Halloween
And- no, it
attacks
doesn't.
and kills the Christmas spirit,
Absolutely not,
buries
because
it.
everyone knows it's Christmas. A lot of people don't even know Halloween's happening until that night when someone knocks on their door in an outfit, and
What
they're
the
like,
fuck are you talking about?
But in Christmas, it's like the whole month, everyone just knows that the spirit of the season is around. The cold weather and the lights on the houses. You have the tree and all the presents underneath it, and all the family comes together. If all the family comes to, like my family, right? We're kind of scattered a little bit here and there. We got some people out in New Mexico. We got some people out way yonder in Virginia and stuff. But Christmas is the time when everyone comes together, because that's the big one. The big one to end the year. And you know that right after Christmas, oh man, it's going to be the new year in just a moment. And we're still going to have our decorations up for a little bit. It's almost like a 2-in-1. It's amazing. And you get to see everybody, and you get to hear the sleigh bells and the Christmas caricatures. And it's really a big deal. Like, Christmas is crazy. It's definitely the biggest holiday. And I think there's reason for that.
I agree. Halloween's better.
I have a solution to this. We celebrate Halloween for like Christmas Eve, and then into the night it's Halloween, and then when we wake up in the morning it's Christmas, and then we have presents, and then we have dinner and all that stuff.
Also, people in chat are right. You don't get the day off on Halloween.
So, that's not Halloween's fault. That's
So-
humans' fault.
Get off Christmas. It's all about being around.
Halloween should
with
be
your
throughout the
family.
month of October, and Christmas should be like one day, because who cares?
So I will say that Halloween needs to change the date. The 31st doesn't work because sometimes that is a school night. So what they need to do is say the last, let's say the last Friday or Saturday of October, that's Halloween.
Nope.
So that
October
way-
is Halloween, and then you celebrate the big one on the thing that you said. The whole month, Halloween month, spooky month. I mean, I celebrate it that way regardless. I like spooky month.
Yeah, Halloween's all right, but man, Christmas, the feel, the feel of it. The
You're right. Halloween's feel
atmosphere
is
that it
better than
creates.
Christmas.
I'm just gonna break
It's so
the.
amazing.
I'm
All
gonna
the
break
family
the
comes
tie.
over, everyone gets to see each other.
Yeah,
You can
I
see
think that,
people on Halloween if you
420 is the
want to.
best.
No, but it's not important. No, it's not important enough for everybody to get together and fly in from out of town. And we all gather up at grandma's house or whatever, and it's a big family deal, and everyone gets to see each other sometimes after, a long time.
Yeah, you can do that on Halloween.
From a familial perspective,
You get
Christmas
to,
is
do you
just
get to murder people on Christmas? No.
you get to
Mm-hmm.
you
Becomes
get to
illegal
do
on
that on
Halloween.
Halloween.
Yeah.
It sounds spooky.
I mean, I think it's a neat little aspect.
It's like the one day of the year you can murder people is Halloween, which is weird. You'd expect that would be the day I wouldn't open my door for anybody, but there I am.
Someone said
Like, oh,
Halloween
look, it's
sucks in
actually
chat.
someone dressed up
That
as a
is
murderer. Come
objectively an
on.
evil statement.
Oh man, 420 is the best because I can smoke weed and celebrate Hitler at the same time.
No. Look up Austrian Death Machine for some Arnie metal. Fair enough. Christmas incorporates all the food and sweets of other holidays, and you get presents and you can dress up. Objectively, it's the best. Wow, super chats are just fucking failing all over the place right now. I'm so sorry.
Goodness.
Halloween is best. Everyone knows it. It's
No,
just
it
humans cheated Halloween by giving it one night and reducing holiday access for it, and not bring the parts where you're like, oh, it brings people together. You get food. It's like these are all things the humans can set up.
Plus, don't forget the Christmas swinger parties.
Do that on Halloween.
Eh. Oh look, another slutty nurse. Wow.
What?
She would have put
What?
a little bit more time.
You
Listen,
really gonna take a shot at Halloween
Wow.
for played out costumes against Christmas?
Yeah, I am. I
Fucking
mean, if that
Santa,
slutty nurse
elves,
would have worked a
whoa.
little bit harder and studied a little bit harder and put in some more work, she could have been a slutty doctor.
Or a slutty head of the hospital, I don't know what their rank is. Perhaps Doctornator, I would imagine.
Slutty head of the hospital. That sounds pretty cool.
Yeah.
It just has to be slutty. That's the basic bare minimum.
Star Wars is far, far away. Also is Shrek equals connected. Yeah, it makes sense. Tim Drake / Robin 3 is the best Batman character. Oh, the third Robin? Fair enough. I do not know him very well.
I think they're all pretty awesome. They all have different directions that they get taken in. They can all be interesting. Or they can suck.
I figure we'll see more of that as time goes on, because just more and more comic stuff is getting adapted because they just want to be able to make more and more films.
Yeah. I mean, it's just like the original one was kind of perfect, and then the one after him wanted to do his own thing, and then felt betrayed, and so you have basically two proteges that are antithetical to each other. Nightwing is doing his own thing, and he's a good guy, and then Red Hood is a vigilante that kills people, which kind of goes against the code, and he's got a problem with Batman. So it's all working out really interestingly.
If the Force worked like he explained, Star Wars would be stupid. Agreed. That's probably about the graph he put up. Hi guys, with Halo on PC, I'd love to see you play it in an EFAP gaming episode. We do intend to do that at some point. If the fiction books are equally as fake, then Gandalf in Star Wars is fine and dandy. Bigidius Bag Kenobi. Yeah, there's a reason why we have canon. And to say, this book of canon is just as canon as any book of canon is like, everybody doesn't do that, so I don't even know why he made that point. Like, I'm sure he doesn't do that, neither does anybody who thought that was a good point. It's not space that kills you, it's the missile. Quotes new movie to explain why new movies canon makes sense. That seems reasonable. If in Avengers 5, Super Thanos is the new bad guy, it needs to be explained because of what came before. Just like Snoke showing up needs an explanation. No, that'll be fine, because we didn't know where Thanos came from, so it's fine. God, they might even do it, They might even go the way of Star Wars. Thanos' brother, no hath, has come. He's pissed. And he has a backup gauntlet. No, seriously, if you liked Oakley Dokley, then you'll probably like Austrian Death Machine. I checked out Oakley Dokley. I think it's hilarious, but it's not my kind of music. Personally. It's all about the circumstance. Anakin fell to the dark side and joined the Sith because he feared for Padme's life, and Palpatine offered him the solution to save her. What is this idiot talking about? I mean, his video was very convincing to people who are fans of TLJ, so, you know, I don't know. I see it
Those
more...
are all facts, though.
I seen it more as BDSM Kylo Ren for Halloween. I'm not gonna say no. Just suggesting that Halloween is neat enough to incorporate something like that, while Christmas would never. Just never. Tour games had massive numbers of Jedi and Sith. No, it was exactly as many as we saw in the OT, and that made sense because it all balanced out. If Sheev was alive throughout all 9 films, and Rey, his granddaughter, is the ultimate Force user, this series should be called the Palpatine Saga. Yeah, it should. Unironically. It is the Palpatine Saga. People don't switch sides because of their choices, it's because the Force told them. Nobody's in control of their own destiny. Yeah, I don't like the fact that the Force is the one that knocks evil stormtroopers out of being evil. At random, seemingly. Personal question time. When you wipe, how deep do you go, and how many times on average do you wipe?
That's a trick question. You use a wet wipe, and you can cheat how many times you have to.
True.
Pro tip.
And of course, it's very context sensitive. Who knows what kind of poop you're having? Maybe you ate the most garbage of food, or you had really, really good food that is filled with wonderful fiber. So that's, that question's answer is X, and the X means based on context. So here's the thing, dark side is about bending the Force to your will, whereas the light side is about submitting to the Force. Grey Jedi are supposed to be the balance, but Revan was the only one. Very well.
That is a branch of the EU. I don't think that holds
I'm
in the long
here.
term.
I'm here.
Hello, Rags.
Hi, hello.
Hello.
Also, Sanders won New Hampshire, apparently. Epic. Alright.
Not surprised there.
Not at all.
Whole theory is because of the rule of 2. Right. Darth Bane, legends, believed that the power of the Sith and the Jedi were always the same, i.e. 2 Sith equals 100 Jedi in power. Okay.
Yeah, I don't think so.
I don't like that.
Seems unlikely.
I think the rule of 2 is really just about restricting power and having control, and then being able to train your successors.
Fucking Palpatine almost died to Mace Windu. I just don't see it. So he openly admits to ignoring stuff that inconveniences his point with Palpy and the Graph. This guy's other videos better be incredible. That's what I hear. Apparently they're good. This video tonaled me, I quit. Oh no. No homo. Is this Star Wars Pong? Yeah, this is all about the graph. In the balance thing, as Rags said, it's a pendulum. I would say it's a sine function, and by definition, a sine is a balance around a midpoint. So yeah, you could make a parallel to ecological balance too, between predator and prey. When prey population goes up, predator too, which triggers prey down. So he could have an argument there, but he made it poorly with a bad graph, which haven't made much sense. And that ends with hi Rags.
Hi.
Love you, Mauler. Well, how kind of you, thank you. And we'll miss you, Wolf. It's been great seeing y'all together. Also, Rags, tonaled is like a small animal. He can be easily startled by weird random messages. The Sith is like a cancer to the Force. George Lucas, Time Magazine, April 26th, 1999. Looks like your opinion, though.
If the idea is that it's life and it's what binds the universe together, and then something that disrupts it and tries to centralize power to itself and take control over it is obviously a bad thing for the whole. So the Force wants to fight that off or support something that's going to balance it back out so that things can go back to the way that they're supposed to be, is what I'm assuming George is trying to get at.
Also, the guy said about the submitting versus the bending, he said it makes no sense at all because you can't submit and control something. Like submitting to the Force as a Jedi, but you still use it for your own personal investment in
Yeah.
things. It's like, yeah.
Which one is it?
Why is Creamy Sheev, or why is Sheev creamy? Sorry. Well,
Why is Sheev creamy?
that opens
You're
up.
gonna have to ask him.
You know, we could be here for days talking about exactly why that is the case. It's very complex.
Maybe it's Maybelline.
But it all makes sense, and it's very much canon. Also, is Rags into guys?
Yeah, boy.
The male and the male of Fee. Given the choice, would you rather be a rich but physically unattractive black guy, or a dirt poor but very attractive white woman?
Doesn't attraction help out in social situations in almost every way?
Pretty well, yeah. Being very attractive is just helpful in everything, because it just makes
Think that
people
solves it?
more positive toward you. I think, even if it's like in a minor way, it's still stuff to help.
Yeah.
I suppose.
So the options were
very rich, or very while simultaneously very unattractive and a black guy, versus very poor but very attractive and a white woman.
I don't know what the black or white has to do with it.
I'm not sure why they're in there.
Yeah.
Yeah. I.
So my reasoning on this is that you can be an attractive, poor person, and that
Pretty sure
is
my
a
money
pretty good
would be-
advantage.
The money's pretty attractive, you have to admit. Depends what they mean by rich and poor, and how old these two options are. If they're the same age, if they're like in their early 20s versus, you know, like what if they're in their mid 40s? I'd be like, I might just go for the rich guy, so you can get doing stuff. But if, you know, if you got your whole life ahead of you, maybe it could work. I guess I need more details.
Do you want to look in the mirror and be ugly every day?
Get surgery. How rich are you?
I think I'd go with the attractive woman, because I think it implies younger, so there's more time, and I guess I'm just really curious what it'd be like to be a woman.
I mean, yeah, that would be an interesting, interesting journey.
I think it just is in it. I don't know. Maybe I'm more interested in figuring out how to make the money than I am in trying to figure out how to be more attractive with the money.
If he wasn't creamy, he wouldn't have produced Ray. Oof. Why is Rags into guys? They're big, hairy, and gross. Oh, they're asking why you're into guys when they're big, hairy, and gross.
They're not all big and hairy and gross. Some of them are big where it counts, though. They got a great personality.
They got a big personality.
Yeah, it's fucking massive.
The cream refers to what comes out of my dangus. Oh my goodness, that was directly from Creamy Sheev himself.
My dangus.
Just wanted to say hi, Rags.
Hello.
And happy birthday. How long until your birthday now? We're close, right?
Yeah, tomorrow, yeah.
Like an hour.
Fucking,
for you, right?
obviously, it's yeah, how long?
How long? Oh, all day. You see what I did there?
Very long.
Let me check. 1 hour. 59 minutes.
Oh my. Yeah, we could probably do that, because I actually kind of need to go in an hour and 20 minutes. So we'll be able to cover that, and hopefully we'll get through a decent chunk of this. I shall keep at it, though. For the Darth Jar Jar Fund. Thank you very much. Jingle bells, EFAP incels, the cosmic chicken laid an egg. You can't say The Last Jedi is for real, because that's just how they feel. Tisms all the way. A wonderful rhyme. But quite offensive.
So beautiful.
I mean, people who like TLJ will not find that very entertaining. You know, you have to consider their feelings. A donation toward the EFAP Star Wars Buyback Fund. Yes, EFAP will absorb Disney one day. We'll get there. Look up Jar Jar's bio on Wikipedia.
We're talking like JJ or Jar Jar Binks?
I'm assuming Jar Jar Binks. Like, I don't think JJ would be on Wikipedia.
So.
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh my god. What if he self-inserted himself into the universe? He's like, I'm so amazing. And the universe was like, no, you're not.
Jar Jar Binks was a Gungan male military commander and politician who played a key role in the invasion of Naboo and the Clone Wars that culminated in the fall of the Galactic Republic and the rise of the Galactic Empire. Once an outcast from the Gungan society due to his clumsy behavior, he regarded favor with his people by helping secure an alliance between the Gungan boss Rugar Nass and the Queen Padme Amidala of Naboo, an alliance vital in ending the Trade Federation's invasion of their shared homeworld. In the years that followed, Binks became a junior representative for his people in the Galactic Senate, serving alongside Amidala once she became the planet's senator. 10 years after the Naboo crisis, growing tensions between the Galactic Republic and the Confederacy of Independent Systems threatened an outbreak of full-scale galactic war in the absence of Senator
War.
Amidala, whose life was
speak.
under threat by separatist assassins. Binks was convinced by Supreme Chancellor Sheev Palpatine to propose that the Chancellor receive emergency executive powers to raise a grand army of the Republic. I mean, this just seems standard. I don't know if this is funny.
Yeah, I guess this would be... Yeah, it doesn't seem too unreasonable.
Mm-hmm. Good old Jar Jar. In Jar Jar we trust. Mola, shut the fuck up, you staying all day. Oh my god.
Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up!
You guys have pet peeves that are common in anime?
Annoying ass characters, insanely strong, skinny, normally women characters who are just better than everyone else around them at everything that there is. A lot of the close-ups and expressions, total lacks in logic, people behaving for silly. It's just, the list goes on and on.
How about
I just don't like a lot of these tropes and stuff.
the dialogue where they tell you exactly how they feel in no uncertain terms in their head?
Yeah. Yeah. I fucking
Really?
hate that so much.
Yeah, it's annoying.
This is why I just don't give a shit about anime, and I just don't care. So much of it is terrible.
Yeah.
Probably gonna disappoint a whole bunch of people with that, but
I don't
I'm sorry.
fucking care.
I didn't say
And the
you
thing
cared.
is, there are some animes that I love. I love Ghost in the Shell. I love Samurai Champloo.
If I thought you
love-
would care about disappointing people, do you think we would have gotten this far on EFAP? It's like the amount of shit we've said to disappoint people. I'm sorry, but anime is far from flawless. Read Babu Frick's Wikipedia. Why? Like, why can't...
No.
It's probably just going to describe who he was. And okay, it's like a paragraph. Babu Frick was an Anzellan male who lived during the war between the First Order and the Resistance, working as a droid smith among the spice runners of Kijimi. He could reprogram or modify almost any droid regardless of its security measures.
Bullshit. Because they have to wipe his... He couldn't back up his memory. But
Yeah, he couldn't get past that. He was controlled by that, so he couldn't do anything.
Didn't count. Wouldn't work.
Whoever mentioned anime in that chat is permabanned. Now. TLJ could have been perfect as two parallel training montages for both Kylo and Rey with their mentals explaining what happened over the time skip. Easy. I mean, I would take it. I would
Anything.
Take it.
So we can do it.
Just got back from an afternoon of lumberjacking, not only to catch EFAP live, but also to remind you that Sans is in Smash Brothers. Good evening, fellas. Good evening. I imagine lumberjacking's quite a satisfying job. Like you chop that shit and you're like, you know what? You can see all of your accomplishments of the day. And who doesn't love attacking nature, right?
I love attacking nature. Nature attacks people all the time.
Exactly.
Fuck
Like
Mother
nature's
Nature.
like, I created you, and it's like, yeah, well, you know, you
Yeah,
created
well,
a
I
lot of
didn't
other
ask for
things
that.
too. Yeah, true. I like anime. I've said this before, but practically all of it is total trash. Also, hello all.
Yeah, I understand. Yeah.
Please read every word in the dictionary quickly. I'll get right on it.
Aardvark, asterisk.
Well, we're gonna do it. It's gonna take place across all of the EFAPs. We might die before it's done, but I'm already doing it right now. I've said a whole bunch of words in the dictionary. I'm trying to do more as I go. They might line up
By the
with.
time our EFAPs are done, we'll probably have said every word in the English dictionary.
Okay, yeah. I mean, even the distant ones like anodyne, we said that way back when.
They'll probably add some for us.
Yeah. Quick,
The
read
catch is
Akbar's
that you're
bio.
just not
I'm not reading any more bios.
Read
I
my
refuse. Rags, in your baby frick voice, please say don't mess around with e-girls ever.
Don't mess around with e-girls ever.
Okay.
Hey!
This is for Rags. Happy birthday, buddy. Love your content.
Oh, thanks very much. I'm glad
We're
to
kind.
glad to be around for you guys. Thanks so much. Glad you like it.
Frick Movie Bob stream with Jack, Short, and H Bob. That would be funny as hell. I would happily just watch them do it, but on the extremely unlikely case they invited me, I'd just be like, why? It's like, why the hell would you want me there?
It's like, what are you trying to?
They should just play the Movie Bob or Nazi game. If Ruin Johnson directed a Mandalorian episode, he would kill Baby Yoda as a way of subverting expectations. Also, Freddie Prinze Jr. is an SJW re-rod. I haven't seen a lot from him, but I've seen a couple of things that are like, tism me, I guess.
Yeah.
Do it
I know
now.
he was in the news not too long ago because he did stuff like that.
Do it now or I'll kick Rags. So I gotta read all the words in the dictionary, otherwise you'll kick Rags. That's from Creamy Sheev. Do you think he'll do it?
Oh my goodness.
I don't know.
Creamy Sheev. Why though?
Hey Mola, will you invite EVS? Could be awesome. I mean, he's on an open list of people that we eventually try to get. We got a specialtism coming next week, hopefully, if everything lines up. That sort of was not expected. But yeah, we're getting there with all different kinds of people. We're still looking to get Elvis the Alien on eventually one day. Give me a few years.
One of these days.
Did he delete his video? Or is it still up?
Elvis the Alien? I haven't checked, but I don't see why he would.
Yeah, it was fine.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Congrats on 2 million views on Fallout 76 video, Mola. Oh, thank you. I worked quite hard on that.
Yeah, it must have been tough sitting through all the shit in that game.
Yes, but
Documenting it all in depth.
worth it in the end to expose the tisms. Major Lee and the Toxic Brood guy blamed George. Yeah, of course they do.
Yeah, of course.
He had so much to lose. Not entirely sure of who that's referring to. Speaking of bad George-approved ideas, bleeding kyber crystals...
That was a not-so-bit great debate.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, that's what he's referring to.
He had so much
Luke
to
had
lose.
so much to lose.
As opposed to back in the OT. Wasn't that the argument? Like, whatever, fuck it. I can't be asked to relive it.
Yeah, that shit don't fucking count.
Happy Bark Day. See what I did there?
I do see. Thank you.
Favorite flavor of Seaman?
It's all mostly the same.
Mhm.
It can change a little bit between people based off of like their diet and things along that line, but it's all fine. It's never tasted bad. It tastes fine. It doesn't taste good. It doesn't taste bad. It's pretty neutral tasting. So there's your fucking answer.
Next Batwoman video when? It's amazingly trash. They're on the way. Infinity Tisms will be next. It's coming out apparently this Saturday now is where I've decided to throw that in. Alright.
I legitimately miss Batwoman. Like,
it's coming.
Batwoman is something that I really do look forward to.
What the fuck, Sheev?
What the fuck, Sheev?
I never appreciated how long you long men are until I saw you guys start at 4 PM and clocked in with sureness that you'd still be going. Love you all. Yes, we're very much long. The men of long. Speaking of bad, George-approved ideas, bleeding kyber crystals, making red equals evil canon, also making is Dooku evil a stupid question in his own movie.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
So, like, you can influence the red to become the lightsaber to become red?
You make kyber crystals bleed, apparently.
It's really dumb.
What does that do?
Makes it red?
I don't know.
Yeah,
it just makes
other
it
than
red.
making it red, like it has a function, right?
Honestly, I have no idea.
so.
Does it? Because I guess if lightsaber blasts or not lightsaber, sorry, blaster bolts, right? Depending on the kind of color they are, it denotes like if they have different properties. So I wonder if lightsabers are kind of the same way. Different colored lightsabers behave a little bit differently.
Hmm.
I don't
Maybe.
know. Maybe someone from the EU knows, and this is basic bit shit. But I've never heard of it, so it's new to
Rags,
me.
subvert my expectations and go into my front hole. Pull a Ryan Johnson on me. Ooh.
Front hole. Well, depending on what your gender is, that could either work out really well or really poorly.
Oh. Probably shouldn't be EFAPing at work like this. First time seeing one live. Caught up through 45. Here's some money for the lols. Hello me in 3 question mark months? No, right no.
More like 3 question mark hours.
Yeah, well, 3 seconds. This is one of the new ones.
Oh my goodness.
Instant
well, we subverted your
access.
expectations.
Yes, we did. Luke finally attacked Palpatine because the shield was still up, so the strike team had failed and the Death Star was shredding the fleet. I mean, sure, this is clearly a desperation move. Like, must be murdered because you're an evil old man. This just says billion. Attacking Vader came after all that and Vader threatening to corrupt Leia. Luke needed all of that to go on the attack. These arguments suck. Agreed.
Yeah.
Because they try to relate that moment to him attacking his sleeping nephew. It's fucking stupid.
Not too good.
Did they ask Babu to back up C-3PO's memory or just ask him to make the droid read the inscription? I'm betting the latter since they're idiots. Yeah, like the whole time, Babu was like, I could just make a backup, and they're like, no.
No, but then it just doesn't carry the same emotional weight.
He's like, oh, okay.
That was so stupid.
Yes, it was. I'm leaving for the military soon, and I won't be able to watch for a few months, sad face. Just letting you know this is my favorite podcast, and never change.
Oh, well, I'm glad you like it. Hopefully you'll be able to squeeze some in here and there when you can, and when you get back, you're going to have a lot of catching up to do.
You'll have a big old backlog.
You'll
EFAPs
just
80
binge
whatever
in that.
through a bazillion and 2. Bazillion and 2 is where we're probably going to stop. That's my expectation.
Bazillion and 2?
Yeah, bazillion and 2.
I thought we were going to infinity and beyond.
Well, I've heard that someone's destroying the infinite EFAP universe one by one, and there's only 7 left, Rex. So
Crisis on Infinite
EFAPs. New trailer suggests Snoke was a clone / being controlled by Palpatine. Big gay. Also, I was banned from Star Wars for saying I don't think Episode 9 will be good.
Well, that's what you get.
And yes, he did turn out to be a
Doubter.
clone. That's how old these super chats are. I'm sorry about that for that past person who thought maybe there was a chance it would make sense.
Oh no, you poor damned fool.
Okay, Longman, I've started Buffy. You can stop mentioning it all the time now. Also, hi, Rags.
Hey!
Yeah, okay, fine. I'll stop mentioning it. But if people bring it up, you know, what am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? Also, by Wolf, and may the dawn be with you, you massive. I hate how everyday people can come up with better ideas for Star Wars, but multi-million-dollar writer-directors come up with such disgusting garbage.
It does baffle the mind, doesn't it?
Just a bit. King Arthur was born son of King Uther, and raised as the son of Sir Ector. The Sword in the Stone was a magic paternity test. Also, he's Welsh. Oh,
Well, he didn't sound Welsh.
That's your opinion, bro. You just think Welsh is Jamaican. Ever seen The Inbetweeners? Yes. It's very amusing. And the guy, one of the main characters, I forget his name, does like a YouTube channel where he does reviews. So, kind of funny how that all ended up, but yeah, it's good shit. Very funny. Good memes. I root for the Stormtroopers because their army's a bunch of white guys. Oh no.
Yeah, it's fair enough. It's good a reason as any.
But there's a black man in there. He was called
Oh my
Finn.
god, that's true. Maybe that's why they make him wear that white armor.
Mauler, when making a sympathetic villain, do you agree that this is a bad idea? Make the villain seem pure evil from the start, then throw in a quick flashback sob story just before he dies. Yeah, I mean...
That's quality.
If you've... Like, if the flashback just brings it all together, like there was loads of hints along the way, so it was just reminding me of Snape, for example.
See? Oh.
Yeah, Prestige kind of could be an example of that, bringing everything together. But yeah, if it's not literally almost like a retcon flashback versus a, hey, do you see how all this comes together now flashback? Like, maybe it could work with the latter, but certainly not the former. The only thing stronger than my racism is my hatred of hulls, but if I really opened up about either, these new TOS would get the channel banned.
Well, thanks for being so moderate in your super chat. We appreciate you holding back.
Rags, say bulge to remind us of the German invasion of Belgium.
Bulge.
We don't see it unfold. We know nothing of why Luke is the way he is. TLJ, you melt. Is that an offensive term to call somebody a melt?
To melt?
No, just saying they are a melt.
MELT?
No, yeah, they are a melt.
Is that like a...
Is it trying to say that they're all
anagram?
flopsy and their skin is sagging? Is that it? I think that's what it means. You fucking melt.
Maybe? You melt? Like, alright.
Hey Muller and Rags, love the podcast. Y'all have really shaped how I think about many things, not just films. Keep up the good work. Bring on TFA Part 3. Oh, it's on the way. And I'm glad you enjoy the show.
Yeah, man. It's always good to hear from people that they're liking what we're doing.
Mm-hmm.
Because we devoted a day to it.
True, we do put a chunk of time in. It's true. So it's nice to know it's worth it in all kinds of ways for peoples. Sith commit more than 50% of the Force chokes despite being only 13% of Force users. Yeah, it's terrible.
I wonder what percentage of Force users really are Sith, especially in their heyday. How big was one side compared to the other? Sure, some super nerd knows the answer to that question.
Oh, definitely. Bye, guys. Off to a family Christmas party. I expect you guys to still be fapping when I get back. Oh, absolutely.
Oh,
Family Christmas party. Does that mean that we're in the... Was this before Christmas then? I can't remember now.
Yep.
Oh, if you didn't sign or date them, then I don't even know.
It was the Narrow stream, I think this is still.
Oh, gotcha.
If you Google Sochi 2 toilets 1 stall, you can find Rag's special throne room where he can hold hands while pooping. Oh. No, you wouldn't want
moral
that, Rags.
support.
I guess. Luke's
Clench while you
character...
clench.
Luke's character changes dramatically between episode 3 and 4 with no explanation. Therefore, TLJ Luke being different is fine. Bilbic H. Wilgins.
Yeah. Luke between episode 3 and 4, it's like a whole different person.
I was kind of upset about that. Like, they show this guy, and he's like, meh, like he's like screaming. Luke doesn't really scream that much when you see him in episode 4. Kind of weird. Just putting it out there.
He's all whiny and...
He looks very different as well. He grew like 2 meters. It was ridiculous. Rags and Mauler, give me a good hello and who wrote this?
You go first.
Fine. Who wrote this?
Hello. Who wrote this?
Wait, it said Rags, do it at different speeds, please, and thanks.
Who wrote this? 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 I hope that covered your strange request.
Yeah. By the way, watch Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. It's excellent. I agree. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. What if Han survives the fall like Palpatine? No.
Yeah. If Palpatine can do it, and he's an old, weak, frail man, how come Han can't do it?
Outrageous, honestly.
He's an old, weak, frail man too. Yeah. And I can tell just by his face he doesn't want to be here anymore. As he was falling, he was like, "Thank God."
It's outrageous. It's not
how
fair.
long I've waited for death's sweet embrace.
Wait, if the Emperor can survive being thrown down a shaft and the Death Star blowing up, can't Han Solo survive being thrown down a shaft and the Death Planetism thingy blowing up? No, Han's different because he's not Sheev, right? He's not creamy. We all know this.
He ain't creamy.
It ain't easy being creamy. Do you have a BF, Rags? I want to cook for you. Oh.
No, I don't right now, but that sounds pretty nice. That does sound legitimately nice. It'd be good to have a guy around who was just really, I don't know, just taking care, and who liked to do it. It's a really nice idea, really nice thought.
Have you heard of the movie Beautiful? Quite good. High rags.
Beautiful?
It's not quite that. It's Biutiful. Beautiful? Beautiful? But no, I've not heard of it.
Beautiful? No, I have no idea.
Also, I do want to remind you, there was a high rags attached to that. I don't know if you want to...
Oh, hello.
Oh, thank goodness. My cinema put Joker back up on IMAX screen, so I watched it for the 13th time. Oh my god.
Jeez.
Got 2 extra tickets and exchanged them for comp tickets so my friend and I can watch Star Wars without paying the rats at Disney. All I need now is to buy a bottle of Macallan to drink out of my sippy cup watching this shit.
That's a solid strategy.
Yeah.
Man knows what's up.
Kylo fought a black man with a burning cross. Yep, he did. Yep. Offensive, to say
An
the least.
inverted burning cross.
Like Satanism and racism all in one.
Perfect.
So why was Luke watching his nephew sleeping in the first place? Luke was just ruined by that alone. Creepy Skywalker. Skystalker.
He's creepy. He remembered how he was in episode 3.
He just, he had visions. There was senses. He had thoughts. Okay, there you go. He tried nothing and he's all out of ideas. Oh, Luke, yeah. Yeah, he tried all of the nothing. Is Kylo a kill baby Hitler allegory? What the fuck, Ryan? Well, when you have the opportunity to stop all of that carnage, But then you realize that your attempt to kill baby Hitler while he was sleeping is what caused baby Hitler.
Oh my god, baby Hitler, why?
How come Luke tries to kill Kylo immediately and doesn't even bother going for Snoke?
Because he had a moment of weakness because he was old.
Thank God we know he was old. TROS was entirely consistent. Creamy Cheeve survived falling down the Death Star and Kylo survived falling down a random hole. Checkmate. Yeah, but Han didn't survive falling down his hole, so it's a complete plot hole. Ruins the whole thing.
They literally fell into plot holes.
It was so big. Have you ever thought of doing bonus episodes for Patreonies? I try not to have any content that's walled by money.
Yeah.
Sort of.
Besides, we like doing these. I mean, we want as many people to see it and know it, and we want to grow our audiences and the whole thing.
Yeah, and obviously the Patreon is like, if you want to support the future projects, it's 100 million% appreciated. But obviously it's stated on the Patreon pages, I think both mine and Rags, that it's not like you're not going to be getting extra videos or anything. It's to keep the videos being made.
Yeah.
But I appreciate the idea. Wait, okay. Okay, I will keep that one for next time. It wants to be a surprise for Rags, but I don't want to do this right now, so yeah,
okay.
I'll keep that one. If the Jedi didn't exist, they couldn't be genocided. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't think about that, idiots.
Luke was just preventing a future destruction of the Jedi.
He's just, skipping the middleman, per se.
Yeah.
It's fine. Star Wars in Fortnite, thoughts?
I mean, I don't really care. I mean, they get more content. That's good for them, I guess.
I'm sure the people who play Fortnite loved it. I think it's really dumb that they're making Fortnite an outlet for canon for their thing.
Yeah, they should use the movies for that.
But yeah, I don't know. I think it's only going to get worse.
I do think it's only going to get worse because Disney doesn't give a fuck. They don't have any soul.
What's your favorite corn?
Yellow.
Pop.
Sure.
Sweet.
Yeah, I don't know. My favorite corn? I don't know. I'm not too well versed in the different kinds of corn and.
Kettle corn is that?
I don't know. I guess it's the corn makers for not clearly explaining that there are many different kinds of corn.
I agree with that, actually. Try Escape from Tarkov. You'll never find a game with more robust gun customization. It's super cool.
Yeah, I played it a bit. It's all right.
I have not played it at all. I'm a failure, like my father before me. Luke Bow Bagwalker.
Poor Luke Bow.
Yeah, Luke Bow. Oh, by the way,
Poor Luke Bow.
Sekiro Game of the Year. Hell yeah, baby. Journos eternally beat the fuck out. Now Joker's gonna sweep all awards. I'll finally see Journos leap to their deaths. He actually, Joaquin
missed
Phoenix swept them all with Best Actor. Pretty sure he got awarded Best
Yeah, he
Actor like
did.
4 times.
Yeah, man,
Yeah.
that's great.
BAFTA, Golden Lion, Oscar, and I don't remember the last one. But yeah, pretty
Golden
much all.
Globe, was it?
That doesn't matter.
Oh. Is Mauler Welsh or American? How are they the
He's
two
Welsh
options?
Well, are you Welsh or American?
I am Whalish. Oh yes, Welsh. What are y'all's thoughts on Hellblade 2?
I love the first one. As with all things these days, I'm worried that they'll fuck it up. But hopefully, if they keep the same team and they keep the scale appropriate for what they can do, then maybe it'll be great. But I guess we'll find out.
Hmm.
Just consider me concerned but optimistic.
Just want to make it clear that in my future super chats seemed coded. They are absolutely not, and I'm not doing it to avoid TOS. I'm legit just talking about cookies and gingerbread houses because I'm a great chef.
Man, I gotcha.
Yeah,
I
cookies and-
enjoy a good baking analogy and discussion.
Yes.
Enjoy me a good yummy bit of cookies and gingerbread.
Me as welleth. Mauler, I would like to hear your American accent. Well, I don't do that, so mainly just stick to British and Welsh sort of thing.
I would
Sorry
like
to
to give you
disappoint.
This
I'd
American
like to
accent.
hear you give it a shot though.
No, I don't do that sort of thing. You know, I don't just pull it out randomly like some kind of
Alright.
sex pervert,
All right.
but with voices. Like, that would be disgusting. Horrifying, even. Is it wrong to stare at nude models' boobs and vag? Oh my god.
No, that's what they're there for.
I mean, you gotta draw
No,
them,
yeah,
so...
why?
They're a nude model. I mean,
How are you gonna be able to draw
What's
them
the
if...
point?
Oh my god, the one I just read out, by the way, has been deleted now.
oh my goodness.
I refreshed, it's gone.
Really?
Yeah, lucky I caught that one before it got deleted by the
Oh
YouTube
my goodness.
mafia. I don't like how it works.
Is that
but
what, that
okay.
one we just read?
Yeah, well, sorry, it was the one before the boobs one. I'm pretty sure it was the one that asked me to do a American impression.
Well, you can't ask people to do American
I was gonna say, what the
impressions.
fuck, dude? That's
That's
so inappropriate.
Super racist.
That's really weird.
Is the Eric Butts the prototypical consumer? I think he's a
I'm
bit
thinking so.
excessive. Like,
I mean, not
I think he's-
typical, but he's their god.
oh yeah, he is their mark. He's the #1 dude they want everyone to be. But I think the average person isn't like that. Like the average
Yeah, most
person-
people can be adults about it, you know?
Yes. I like TLJ, and admittedly, this is a pretty bad TLJ defense video. If you have the time, Stefan Krozieks makes a much better one. See what I mean? I feel
here's
like
the thing. People have told me that a lot. People have said, oh, this one will be good. No, this one will be good. And then they're not. They never are. None of them are. Not a single one.
Neryl's was supposed to, like, it was actually pitched to me as, you know those crappy ones you watch? This one. Like, this is the one. And it's like, okay, fine.
But it was
I've
terrible
fallen for this
too.
like 3 times. I need to stop. I mean, it's not like we're not going to cover more TLJ videos, so maybe one day. I just don't believe that they're going to be the one, while all these other ones were not the one. We shouldn't have a Jedi Order because someone could turn to the dark side. Also, our country shouldn't have a military because someone could be a spy. It's good logic.
Basically.
Re-establishing Israel was useless. Nothing comes out of the old. All of the Jews should have been marched to Ra's roof. Also add J for good measure. Oh.
Oh, wow.
Can't argue with logic.
Feeling a lot of vitriol in this one.
For the J. and for the others. Dude, fuck all democracy and worshipping progressivism to adapt to new times. Be reactionary or shut the fuck up. Funny that Rags brought up France, though.
Alright.
I don't... no context for that one, I guess.
Yeah.
Disavow that Fed chat from that guy before mine, by the way. No one's hurting the Jews on my watch. The only thing they'll be doing on my rooftop is dancing. Alright.
Fiddler on the Roof. I get you.
If Palpatine created Anakin in Shmi's womb, Palpatine would be considered Anakin's Force daddy. Rey and Leia's grandpa would be Palpatine. Rey kissing Kylo in Episode 9, who would be her nephew. Hashtag McQueen. It's a bit weird. Palpatine. Alright. She's my theme.
My theme.
She's my theme. Oh my god. Remember Game of Thrones? Anyone here remember?
I do.
Yeah?
A lot of people might have forgotten it, but, you know.
Yeah,
Wasn't
it was
that show that went for like 4 seasons and ended really well?
Yeah, remember that thing that was a fucking cultural juggernaut for 10 years that just ended in a fucking whimper and now nobody talks about it as if it didn't exist at all? Yeah, I remember.
I feel as though, given enough time, people will forget the good parts too. We'll just forget all of it. Just be like, it was that thing, I guess. Working on a Joker fan sequel where Batman becomes an authoritarian to contrast Joker's anarchism. Do you guys have any advice?
They did this with Superman.
What do you
Remember
mean?
in Injustice?
Oh,
So
kinda, yeah. Maybe use that as a template and work from it. Or,
maybe. I don't know. I don't know if I don't know.
it's gonna be tough to nail that one.
Yeah, because people are they got a big connection to Batman. So
Yeah, you gotta really work hard on justifying exactly how it would have happened, even if you're trying to make a whole new Batman. If you can lead people into thinking it is a reasonable pathway for Batman to become that, or maybe it's Batman looks that way from the perspective of Joker. And perhaps there's some kind of justification for it, but yeah, that's gonna be a tough one to do. Just work your hardest.
That was the Batman question?
Stay consistent, I guess, to anything.
yeah, really write it from the perspective of a really, I guess, critical perspective. Yeah, like someone's who's watching it who doesn't think, no, Batman could never be. So you're gonna have to convince those people, you know.
Well, you're talking about the Batman authoritarian thing?
Yeah.
I would say you could definitely create a Bruce Wayne that would be authoritarian if he decided to go down like an evil Batman route. And I would make it so that Batman would be more, instead of like an instrument of justice, it would be a way for Bruce Wayne to sort of terrorize his enemies for personal gain. But it's kind of a what if story like Superman Red Sun, if you're trying to write it that way. It doesn't fit the morality of traditional Bruce Wayne.
What's your favorite thing on Applebee's menu?
I haven't been to Applebee's in a long time, so I couldn't quite tell you.
I've never been.
But I remember when I went, I had it was fine. I liked it. I know they got some really good deals. It's not a very expensive place to go to at all, considering like for the money, it's not bad at all.
What about you, Glib? What do you like about Applebee's?
I was going to take it in the opposite direction. I was saying that if you don't have to eat at Applebee's, then you shouldn't. Not a big fan at all. If I had to, I'd rather eat at Chili's, but I can't justify that. I just had a bad steak at Applebee's once. Maybe it was a one-time thing.
How close are you to finishing the Overflow? That would be spoilers. So I'll just say we've taken a huge chunk out today. A big old chunk. I don't think we're going to finish it today, though. Hi, love you guys. Check my Star Wars reviews for a laugh. Alright, that was from Big Jack Films. If you want to laugh at some Star Wars reviews, potentially.
Big Jack Films.
Rags,
Star Wars.
Rags has so cute voice.
Oh, thank you. It's come in handy.
Curious if you would ever do an EFAP involving a bad video on a popular album.
album, like a music thing.
Yeah, not really our wheelhouse exactly, and I feel like
Yeah,
copyright would be a big thing with that.
I don't feel as if I know enough about music and that sort of thing
Yeah.
to I would be afraid of saying something that just isn't true at all. I just don't have a lot of knowledge.
Can
I would say, sorry, just to interject, if you want to find that content, there's a guy named Sean C, and I think Anthony Fantano does a good job of that. That's what I would go to.
Canadian Applebee's is god tier. Fair enough. Here's something. Since Anakin was redeemed and became a Force ghost, why not just appear to Kylo and tell him to stop sucking off Vader's helmet? Exactly. Guess he was busy. Oh no, not the themes, not the themes. Ah, oh no,
Yes,
they're
the
in
themes.
my films. Ah.
You just hate filmmaking.
Yes. My students failed. Was it me? No, it was the school. I mean,
Yeah. Film school is. I will never ever go.
What about Luke Skywalker's Jedi School? Will you go there?
Luke Skywalker's Jedi School.
I mean, as it
Well,
stands,
as long as the teacher isn't some old psychopath murderer, then I should be okay. Because I mean, I've heard so much about Luke, and so I shouldn't have anything to worry about.
All you got to do is be really good friends with Kylo, and then he'll come in one day and be like, "Hey, man, don't go to Jedi school tomorrow," and then you just leave.
Some of you are right. Don't go to Jedi School. Star Wars and Game of Thrones forced me to pick and choose canon. I can imagine. Yeah.
Yeah.
The Jedi must end. Okay, Luke, but can we sort out that after we defeat the planet-destroying, mass-murdering First Order first? Priorities. Yeah. He doesn't even seem to give a shit. Yep.
He should have the exact opposite idea. He should be like, let's bring all the Jedi together across the universe and rebuild it and fight Kylo. But no.
What's your favorite element on the periodic table?
Hydrogen or
Why
carbon.
is that?
I think hydrogen's necessary for water. Oxygen would probably be up there too.
Yeah, it's necessary for water.
That'd be iron.
Carbon.
Iron's just cool.
Iron's pretty cool.
I like mercury.
Oh, there you go. We nailed that question. But everyone thought it would take ages, but it didn't.
Yeah, I mean, you have so many to choose from for so many reasons, but yeah.
Texas Roundhouse, great place to get medium well steak. Oh, I'm sorry.
No medium well steak ever. You don't want it. It's not. You're ruining all the flavor.
Yeah, I'm a medium rare guy.
Kylo chimped out and killed the kids because of institutionalized Sithism. No other reason. It is not biological. He's oppressed by structural Sithism. My god, Sithism.
Makes sense to me.
Did you guys have your day one tickets for ROS? Oh, that was before we'd seen it, so I did have mine, yeah.
I did actually. But we were gonna do an EFAP on it and everything.
And we did.
Can't believe you guys are total nerds. You're gonna wait online or something like opening day for a Star Wars movie.
It was funny, despite being midnight showing up and everything, there was like no queue, and there was a couple people hanging around. It was like, oh my god, like this isn't much of a cultural event, is it? It's more of a, well, guess you could go see that film, maybe. Oh, Roadhouse, not Roundhouse, sorry.
Roadhouse.
Ryan's the best thing that could have happened to Disney Star Wars after TFA. A middling trilogy by JJ that appeased NPCs with subtle glob homo? Glob homo? I don't know what the fuck that is. Globo homo?
Fuck that shit. Ryan was the worst thing that happened to Star Wars since the Black Plague was to Europe.
I think this guy's logic is that if not for Ryan tanking it completely, it may have been able to curse Star Wars without people realizing it. I think.
That has
JJ's
much wider effects. Like the destruction of all this canon is definitely leaving it wide open, and like I had this conversation earlier with somebody that's a producer, and a lot of these companies that are making scripted content, they're freaking out because streaming is where all the money and attention is. So they're trying to figure out how to adapt their model to the model that you guys and we're doing right now, which I think is hilarious. Like $15 a month or something for Netflix, and they're trying to make these big productions. How does that
Mhm.
add up? Meanwhile, just a couple people with some nice microphones and a lot of interesting things to say can bring in a lot of money and attention. I don't know what they're going to do, but if somebody's clever, they do something like the Blumhouse productions, do really small like horror movies or just any small movies that have a big return
Yeah,
and build a
a
company.
good idea.
So,
Understand
yeah,
your scale
start
of what
smaller
you can
again.
do.
Reset, for fuck's sake. You guys, you're going
Yeah,
nuts.
they're going to have to.
Roadhouse, you absolute massive. Now I have less money. I'm so sorry. Hi, Rags. You should show your face
Hi.
on videos again.
Nah. I like the mystique, the character, and the brand and all that stuff.
What's your favorite
Yeah,
colored
good stuff.
toothbrush? Blue, probably.
Probably white and blue. Little mix, you know?
Mm-hmm. There's a nice sense of cleanliness with white and blue, in a way.
Yeah, there is. Yeah. It's
Kinda
very
like the ocean.
soothing, the colors. Yeah. And it's like a minty kind of look.
I disagree, but I actually do have a blue toothbrush.
That makes you a hypocrite, and you should fucking end it all. Just for that. Just for the toothbrush. Would have been bad in the long run. It's like how Hillary cheating Bernie out of the nomination was better in the long run because of what followed.
Yeah.
For
no.
what followed for Bernie, or for... Because, I mean, she got annihilated. So, I don't know. I guess it was terrible for... If she had lost the nomination, it would have been better for her reputation, maybe.
I
Maybe.
really don't think that anybody had a chance against Trump.
Well, like,
And it's even worse this time around.
one of the things
No.
Democrats hold against her is the fact that she lost to Trump, you know? So maybe if she never had the chance to lose to him, people, like, in the Democratic Party would think better of her? I don't know.
I don't know, man. I think the situation is so hilarious on the political level with like corruption in our country and that kind of thing that the Democrats have collapsed with into anti-Trump stuff and Bernie Sanders like leftism, democratic socialism and stuff. So there's a huge split on the left, but all the right wingers that were kind of like put off by the Bush era have kind of gathered around Trump, which is funny because he's kind of a centrist, and I think he used it as an opportunity to capitalize and have his presidency. So I don't know. I think the real concern people should think about is 2024 because I have no idea what comes after this.
Oh, that'll be
fun part of our
a
history.
circus as well, I imagine. The primaries
'cause
for that, oof.
Because I'm not really like political in any kind of area. Like I feel more like oriented with constitutional ideas and law and that kind of thing. I feel like a lot of politics is just bizarre pageantry at this point in time. Anyway,
Indeed. Rags, make Star Wars great again. You know what to do.
Kathleen Kennedy shall be. What?
You gonna kill Kathleen Kennedy? I don't know what you said.
What? What? No.
What is your solution?
Oh. Honestly, if we're not fiddling around with people's brake lines, I don't know what it'll take. Like we're so far deep into the awfulness.
Maybe because she'll never sell it to you, or Bob Iger or whatever. But maybe you could be
Well,
like,
I'll
"Can I
never have
borrow
enough-
it?
I'll
Can
never
I
have enough
borrow
money
it?"
to buy it, Mahler. That's the other thing.
This wasn't relevant to what I was saying. Like, it wouldn't matter if you could buy it; they wouldn't sell it to you. But if you borrowed it, prove to them that you can do tisms, maybe then they would be like, "Okay, fine, we'll hire you." Just borrow it. There's not enough borrowing in Hollywood, you know. Let some people borrow some stuff, like we used to do with games all the time back in the day. Just let them borrow. Nothing wrong with that. The Last Jedi is a perfect movie, so long as you're a nihilist moron. Well,
A lot of those really do like Last Jedi.
mm-hmm.
if you really don't like Star Wars fans, you love The Last Jedi.
Oh yes. Saw a random notification in my things on YouTube comments, and it was like, "God, this video proves that nobody hates Star Wars like Star Wars fans." I'm so tired of that fucking comment. Like, why does anybody think it's interesting or intelligent in any way? Why would someone who doesn't care about Star Wars hate it?
You just gotta say, like, what do you mean by Star Wars? Like, be more specific. Because
I'm going all the way back to the fact that it's like, you're gonna hate something probably because it destroyed something you loved. Like, it's usually driven by a core foundation of loving something else in the first place. Much more likely for Star Wars fans to hate Star Wars than fans of anything else.
that's a very true point. But I feel
Especially
like it's also
now.
uncharitable.
Like, look at all the different
Because I feel like
content in Star Wars.
think about all the Star Wars fans that don't like the modern stuff. That doesn't mean that they dislike the stuff that started their interest in the Star Wars in the first place and what they carried onward as they were still a fan over time. And then you also have sorry, I'm kind of trailing off, but I just feel like the people that are saying this kind of stuff, they don't have any love for Star Wars or Star Wars fans in the first place. They only like their specific things. And I don't feel like, even if they're PT fans or specific fans of like KOTOR or whatever, they don't really hate on other people that like different things. It's kind of like arguing amongst your friends in a way. Like, you even if their opinion is kind of off and you don't disagree with them, it's not like you hate them or the subject matter that you're talking about. So I have no idea where these people are coming from. Like, what's the basis for that idea?
I think it's just a
It just
casual
seems
thing to say that they think is able to point out a hypocrisy. Like, they think it somehow is poignant to point out that you're supposed to be a fan of the thing you're making fun of, idiot. So look at you. And it's just like, of course I am.
Yeah, I have an investment in this thing that was ruined.
I just don't. I
Oh,
wish
is
they
that
didn't think it was clever because it's really not.
is that like where IHE said in his video where like we're supposed to like things because we're fans of them, and if we dislike a decision in it, then we're hating it? Because I don't know. I don't hate Star Wars just because Ryan Johnson fucked it up or JJ fucked it up or Kathleen or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard to hate something that you love like that. Obviously you just hate the changes that they made.
Well, yeah,
You
like I
don't want
said,
to talk about that.
it's so widely different now. It's not like it was just the OT and then a movie came out and people hated it. It's like we've got all kinds of factions, and this goes as far as all the EU stuff, the TV shows, the prequels, the sequels, the OT. It's just, there's people all over the place who love different selections, and they all hate different selections, so it's just like, of course, it just makes sense. Star Wars is an enormous IP. Why is this hard for you to understand?
But even if I don't like Star Wars Rebels, I don't hate it. There's just a huge difference between the way that the Disney trilogy movies were presented to fans, I feel like, compared to stuff that was made by people that at least cared a little bit about it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know. It's disappointing.
Also, by Rags making it great again, he meant use that big-ass doggo dick, apparently. You massive.
Oh, so I wouldn't have assumed that would fix Star Wars. It's fixed a lot of things, though.
There's a lot of power to it. You never know.
Get shit done, but I wouldn't have assumed that was what you were meaning by that.
The third prequel film is better than any film from sequel OT. I'm gonna have to disagree with you there. But
Nah,
The
that
third
has to be a
prequel
bet.
film?
yeah, being
is-
Revenge of the Sith is better than everything from the sequels in the OT, I guess. I
What?
disagree.
No way.
I mean, it
Yeah,
beats out all
no
the
way.
sequels.
Yeah,
Yeah.
undoubtedly.
Rey is above the recipes. Don't know what that
What?
means. There's recipes. Gotta leave for work. Slice and dice, everyone. Slice and
Oh,
dice.
slice and
brother.
dice.
Love your TLJ and TFA critiques. They make me happy to be in your Patreon. Question: did RLM claim your TLJ Part 3? You have a handful of clips of them, and I've heard they're not very forgiving. Also, hi Rags. So, I actually had to create... So the same way that I manipulate, like, certain things in shows... So, if you watch me play the scene where Jaime explains his motivation to Brienne in Season 3 of Game of Thrones, it's about, I want to say 25 seconds. And you might be like, how did you do that without getting it claimed? And it's like, I had to basically create my own scene. You have to, like, toy with all of the what is actually said. So say, for example, I needed to ask Rags a really important question, and halfway through answering it very significantly, he was responding to someone else who said, hey, is the door open? He's like, no, the door's not open. And then I go, hey, wait, you're going to answer the thing? I can chop all these lesser bits out. The part where it gets really hard is when you need to keep all of it, and so you have to inject commentary, basically. So like if someone says something, you just have to go, right, I have to comment on this now, otherwise I'm fucked for copyright. Loads of things you have to change and do, and you actually have to take the same approach with RLM clips, because they do claim everything. And they did claim the portion I had of them in TFA Part 1 on one of my earlier uploads, and I had to change it all.
Oh.
Yeah, not a huge fan of it, but they do it to protect their work, so, you know, I'm not going to hold it against them that much. Copyright is important. Just, I wish it were less harsh, that's all. And I wish it was smarter. It's like, oh, you have a 2-hour video with a 10-second clip of ours, it must all belong to us. It's like, yeah, I don't know about that. Seems a bit intense, but okay. Save what you love, even if it means everyone dies. Okay.
Yeah, they doesn't make sense.
Seems like a bit of a conflict there. I don't know. Attack of the Clones beats out any of the sequels, and that's sad as fuck. Probably. I think all the sequels probably beat all of the all the prequels beat all the sequels at this point, because of just how nonsensical the sequels are.
I would watch The Phantom Menace in a heartbeat over the sequels.
Yeah, absolutely. What about any content at all in the Disney era of Star Wars? Does that apply to the Mandalorian and also Rogue One? And
what, its prequels better than anything Disney have made?
Yeah.
I don't know exactly. I'd have to think about it.
Yeah.
Click here for super big long sex vids free. That was a super chat as well. Nice.
Okay, so I did, but nothing happened.
They were so obsessed with spamming and advertising, they didn't have anything to advertise. Like, shit, we jumped the gun. Lord of the Rings was my childhood. I don't know if my heart can take another franchise being tainted by lazy writing and corporate woke messaging. I feel like Lord of the Rings is almost due for this, considering everything else has fallen apart. And I say everything else, just a lot of things.
I think the tide will turn eventually, just in the audience's mind, and then there'll be like a common understanding about what is the fan canon, and like, what do we care about? Well, we care about these movies. We care about Ralph Bakshi because it's cute or whatever, and then we care about Peter Jackson's material, and then all the other woke material will just fall to the wayside as like something that was really cringy that happened in the late 2010s and early 2020s, and society will just like forget it.
Yeah, I don't know how much staying power The Last Jedi has.
Yeah. Oh no, I like the first guy's Zelda MM video. It's okay. That video can still be good. Just that he didn't make another one that was good. Guys, obviously Rose is an agent of the First Order, and that's why she saves the First Order by stopping the Resistance. She loves the First Order. You could have done that twist. In fact, I might have considered doing that in the trilogy for her. She was a mole the whole time. Just to deal with trying to re-establish the First Order. That's her trilogy. I heard Yoda only could because of Planet's Force Link. Oh, the lightning thing? Yeah, we talked about that on the Rise of Skywalker stream, I think. That planet, man, it's got some juice.
Oh, so 4 minutes until tomorrow.
Dun dun dun. It's about to be Rag's birthday. How can one contact you, Rags?
Email, Discord.
Not Twitter. Twitter's gay.
Best way to do it. No Twitter. Email me. 1800getrag@gmail.com, or Discord me through Discord, one of the servers, either Mahler's or my own, something like that.
What if Yoda did in fact lightning the cannon and that's what made it fire? Like the First Order troopers are all staring because they didn't shoot it. Very confused by that. I think they're trying to say that what if Yoda firing his lightning at those books, even though they weren't there, was the destruction of the lore of Star Wars. You know, that's how it happened.
Mm-hmm.
Makes
Yeah.
sense.
Do you
Okay.
remember that part in the Red Letter Media, the Plinkett review, where he says, like, what if Yoda shot green lightning back at Palpatine? I feel like that lightning part was a response to that. Like, if I don't know if it's intentional, but it just seems like such a slap in the face. Like, you just saying now Yoda shooting his lightning made me forget for a second that it was 2020 and not like 1997 when Star Wars was still good or whatever. Just amazing that that's where we are in Star
Yeah.
Wars.
Why do you think people so adamantly defend The Last Jedi? It's almost a cult-like mentality. They love it, I guess. The film said a lot to them on a personal level, and so they feel the need to defend their experience because they know it was real to them, and so there must be something in the film that caused that, and to figure it out and then talk about it and defend it from people who are saying the opposite because it gave them the opposite experience is something they feel the need to do. Like, Neryl's video would have been so satisfying for people who love TLJ. I wouldn't doubt it. It's just that they're not thinking very clearly when it comes to a lot of the events in the film. Precisely because it made them feel extremely emotional, which is the whole point of a lot of what we do, is like try and separate how it made you feel and think really hard about the events and does it actually match up with what you feel happened? Because it don't. It was a Dumbo. It was a Dumbus.
A Doimbus.
It was a poopy.
Don't do it.
Would suggest looking at hashtag Hot Girls for Bernie on Twitter if you want to see some 3 out of 10s and plenty of land whales acting like they're attractive.
Oh,
Okay.
that you just need some body positivity.
Happy birthday, Rags.
Oh, thanks much.
And Rag, check your email, please.
I shall do it.
Almost
Almost there.
Prepare the high roof for this smeg farmer. Ooh.
Oh my goodness gracious.
Have you seen Archer's video on if the Imperium is fascist? I have not.
12 a.m. Hooray. It's birthday time. Hooray. We made it all the way to my birthday.
Yay! Chat is filled with happy
Hooray.
birthday Rags.
Midnight. It's the 12th.
Yes, sir.
Hooray.
Happy birthday.
You
We
are
did
now
it.
306.
It doesn't feel that bad.
Bad. You can live till
People
like
bitch
10
about
billion.
being 80 and 90, but I'm 306, and
Yeah.
man, not an issue at all.
Happy
in fact, it
birthday.
feels like kind of feels like how I expected to like feel something, but man, there's nothing happening.
Asked earlier, but logged before I saw the answer. Would you, Mauler, ever participate in any online tabletop RPGs with the gang? Gas mask wearing Nazi vampire when? It's just really not my thing. Like, I've watched it kind of a couple of times as well, and I just don't think it's my jam. Or at least, not for now. Maybe there's something I'm missing about it that would get me more interested. And it would be pretty difficult to fit it into my schedule at this point, especially with how much you need to kind of... You need to be invested, and I wouldn't want to be someone who's like, I'll give it a shot and then gets bored or something. I wouldn't want to do that. So I'd want to be careful. But yeah, looks like fun for those who are playing it and enjoying that shit, in fairness. Happy birthday, Rags.
Oh, thanks very much. Thanks very much.
Imagine unironically thinking that self-preservation is wrong. Yeah, but if you do it for love, it's okay. I mean, if you don't do it for love. What species of whale do you live in, Mauler? Large. Massive, if you will.
Humpback.
This is for Wags. Give it to him. Happy birthday to Wags. Also, as always, send my love to Wags.
Oh, good job.
Good job for sending me love. Happy birthday, Rag.
Thank you very much. Very much.
They could have made Rose a vengeful character who was only in it to get revenge for his sister and then learns that hate isn't enough to win. You have to be fighting for something you love, just like World War II vets. But that would have been interesting. Why would they do that?
Just delete her. Just don't have her.
True.
Just keep going on. Pretend she never existed. If anyone mentions the name, you say, "Who's that?" You know, never mind. I'm sure she's not important. And you'd be correct.
Happy birthday, Rags.
Thank you.
This video is pretty much Goodell. Yeah, we find that with a couple of the ones that we watch. Can't have the femoid learning any lessons, though.
Nope.
Dun dun dun.
Nope.
According to one of the ratings boards, the word ass will be used in TROS, which henceforth we shall pronounce as tross, as in atrocity. Beautiful.
Very good.
A question to ask EFAP guests after seeing The Rise of Skywalker. If you were forced to watch one set of films, would you choose the Star Wars sequel trilogy or Transformers first 3 movies, I guess? Or the second, third, and fourth, I think is the question.
Wow. What a great.
So I don't really care about Transformers.
I would watch the Transformers ones because they're not as fresh on my head, so at least they'd be newish.
Yeah, they would either Transformers or what?
The sequel trilogy.
Oh, Transformers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Easy.
I can't believe you're making me watch Transformers is my answer to that question.
Easy.
That's where we're at.
Like I can't remember like anything because it's like the Pirates of the Caribbean movies. It's all just mush. It's memory mush in my brain.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty funny. I like the first Pirates of the Caribbean movie, but
Yeah?
it's mostly just meme mush in my brain.
You got my email, Rag? Also, lol at the land whale thing.
Yes, I did get your email. Thank you very much.
In human years, how old is Rags?
Late 20s, I guess.
Never ask a lady her age. Looking for suggestions on new mic to use for podcasts, preferably under $600. Oh, wow.
Wow, you've given yourself an insane budget.
I was gonna say, I think, couldn't 600 get you a Shure mic? Because that's the one that, like, is top tier for consumer grade. But if you're not looking for top tier consumer grade, you're looking for mostly top tier, just AT2020 will be more than you can afford that. That's what we
like
use.
$120. And it's USB and XLR, whichever one you want to use.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty darn good for the money.
There you go.
That's
we
pretty
endorse the AT2020, and we're not even sponsored.
It's just a good product. Hooray.
Just have Rose be some scrappy cunt that joined the resistance to protect her idealistic rebel sister and lost it after she sacrificed herself. It's a standard character arc, but no, gotta subvert. Can't wait for you guys to read this in the 12-hour EFAP mini that goes over super chats. Nope, we read it at a regular episode.
Not today.
Not necessarily for EFAP, but check out the Darth video on hidden misogyny and racism in Disney Wars. Lots of interesting observations. That one I think we've read before. That sounds familiar.
Yeah.
Like, literally that one. I feel like that actually might be a repeated one. This one just says, turn the video off.
Never. Not until we get to the end.
Also, Ichibaka's new KMT documentary is out. Fair enough. I don't follow Ichibaka. I think that's a Geeks and Gamers related person in some way. I can't remember who exactly. The opposite of high rags is toodles poodles. You can't change my mind. Hello, Morwa. Hello. Kick rag and all that good stuff. Oh, kick J. And yeah, I'm gonna have to wrap up in about 10 minutes from now. Imagine asking JJ, RJ, and KK what version of the OT they watched, and they show you the Family Guy Star Wars. The whole ST would make so much more sense. I don't even agree with that. I would happily watch sequels to the Family Guy Star Wars. It's way better than the ST.
Yeah.
But I get the point. This says Rye Hags.
Rye Hags. Rohel. Low hell.
Raw used roof. It was super effective. Yeah, it doesn't surprise me. Someone posted a whole bunch of house emojis that says take your pick, Raw. I like it. Rags, what kind of gong bung called where you just flirk first, but then pew pew holes into a person to continue the act? Also, hi.
Hi. I'm sorry, what?
Yeah, I don't really know about that one. Let me...
Yeah, that one seems, not gonna lie, does seem
I'll let you
wee
study
bit
that one
strange.
while I read out another one. The lightsaber was sentimental and apparently force sensitive too, Rags.
Oh.
Well, we've lost the context for that one, so.
Well, yeah, but that doesn't make any less sense than the rest of the stuff that I've heard.
Oh yeah, sorry, I meant to paste it. That's the one that, if you want to try and decipher it for me.
What is the kind of gong bung called where you just flirt first, but then pew pew holes into the person to continue the act? Also, hi. I don't know. I don't know what that's called. The Chilean sphincter trot.
Yeah, that's probably it. I think that makes sense. This one's just banana. I agree with that. What's your Discord, sirs? Can't find it on description. It should be there. The link to it should be in the description.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's right there.
Just, you know, just check any of the other EFAP descriptions on Mooler as well. They should be in those. If those don't work, I don't know what to tell you, because that's how everyone gets into the Discord as far as I knew.
You special.
Happy birthday, Rags. Mine
Thank
too.
you. Oh, awesome.
That's Bob that said that. Happy birthday, Bob.
Yeah, we share a birthday with Abraham Lincoln and Charles Darwin.
Charles Lincoln.
So we can evolve as movie critics.
Imagine being born the same day as Charles Lincoln. That's so cool.
Yeah, I'm really old.
Did this guy specifically make this video to get us to kill ourselves? Because it's definitely a good effort. Hopefully you guys can still have a good week.
Sandman's got some ideas.
It was quite a video. I hate this whole failure is great bullshit. It's thinly veiled cope for tattooed abortionist degenerates that love indulging in sin and want vindication. Oh my. That's one theory.
That's an aspect of it I can understand.
Playing Jedi Knight Jedi Academy for the first time since 2005 and watching EFAP. Tonight will be a cozy, fun-filled... Oh god, it's a TLJ video. Muller, have you seen Cosmotism's MCU ranking? Apparently Iron Man 3 was an underrated and fantastic film. Better than both Civil War and Homecoming. Yeah, but Cosmo is
no
very...
fucking way.
Cosmo's very bad at his job and he has poor taste. So...
How can you say that?
This makes a lot of sense. And besides, his opinions change a lot, so... Like, he doesn't really base any of it on anything beyond, I liked it, or I didn't like it. I liked it. No, I didn't like it anymore. So, it shouldn't surprise you. We will totally cover him eventually, and we will explore just how he goes about making what he considered to be his best video. That was the prequels breakdown. It'll be great. EFAB will have lots of fun. Hi, Charles Lincoln. Oh, he's not alive. He died ages ago twice. Oh,
he died in the 200s.
If you
4.7 billion years ago.
You two are goddamn robots. Go recharge already. Oh, very soon. Very soon. Another like 5 minutes or so.
Yeah, probably. I don't feel as bad as I normally do, but maybe it's because I got the birthday vigor or something.
Rags, did you get my copy of Castle Crashes in email?
I did. I'm looking at it right now, in fact. Yeah, I'm actually figuring out how to get it. I just clicked the button on the email. I'm on gift activation at the moment.
Oh god.
And I gotta open the little bootstrapper and accept gift and add to library, and I've got it. Thanks very, very much for Castle Crashers. I really appreciate that. I remember playing it ages ago on the Xbox when it first came out with some friends, and I haven't really played it since. So I'm I'm gonna see what other friends of mine actually have it. Let's see. Friends, of you all friends who play, I have a fair amount who still have this. Yeah, Mahler, you have it.
I do. I'm not a huge fan of it.
Has it.
But maybe we can give it a shot at some point. Who knows?
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, maybe.
But you've only been streaming for 2 hours. My god. It's only been 2 hours, guys. Doesn't it feel a little longer than that?
Yeah, let's go for another 10. I feel like we just started.
Yeah. 4.7 billion years ago, Rags received his first monthly thrust. 1.2 billion years ago, the first long man was discovered. Can you confirm? Yes. I can confirm.
That thrust.
Luke is an X-Wing pilot. Surely he could have used his X-Wing to help in some way. Why was force projection the only thing they went with? Well,
Because Ryan Johnson's a shitty filmmaker.
that's one
for this movie.
explanation.
At least for this movie, certainly. Like, fucking hell, man. So Luke force projects himself across the galaxy to cause a slight distraction.
That's just what people want.
That's just what
No.
people want from Luke. It's for him to fucking get killed.
You can add me
Horribly.
on Steam to play Castle Crashers. That's from a British potato.
I gotcha.
What if Luke saw a vision of himself ganking Kylo in the school, so he assumed Snoke was trying to use Kylo to get to him and left? Then Kylo's exposed to Snoke's influence with no real protection and starts resenting Luke for leaving. I'm not even the biggest Star Wars fan, but I can write it better. I mean, that's better. I still don't like it, though. Luke leaving people, it's just, why? Why? You realize all of this comes back to the fact that we began with it being he fucked off. That's all because of JJ. Everyone's trying to make it work that he fucked off, and it's like, can we just not have the fact that he fucked off? How about that?
Yeah, like, you don't have to do this.
You mean Jebby please Clapperson Mauler? What? Jebby please Clapperson. I think I get it, yeah.
Clapperson.
The combo of 3. Retcon. All of TLJ is the kids playing with the dolls. I like it. Here's 20
kids.
fan services. Why, thank you. What's wrong with Iron Man 2 and Age of Ultron? Lots. Lots are wrong with both of them, especially Age of Ultron. Holy shit. I suppose if... It's not really time to say it right now, but, the villain sucks in Iron Man 2. The plot is flismy. Iron Man creates a brand new element. It seems really retarded that it was made by looking at the structural piece of his dad's, like, weird, what do you even call that? Like, courtyard thing. He, like, pulls it up in digital and it's a new element. That whole bit is so retarded to me. Then, Whiplash sucks. But there's some character stuff in there that's okay. Age of Ultron just makes no sense at all. The whole film's fucked. Ultron... Once he's into the internet, Ultron shouldn't be able to be defeated, but Vision just looks at him and manages to pull him out. That's one of the most contrived things in the whole movie. Other than that, Ultron is too goofy. Like, he's not intimidating at all. He keeps joking, and he's, like, really petty. When you had James Spader as your villain, like, why did you waste it so much? And I think me and Fringy have talked about it every once in a while. But there's a lot more problems with both of those films as well, but I would go into it with more depth, but that should suffice to a degree. Infinity War ended on a massive cliffhanger, and Endgame hype was insane. Yes, it was. I'm not sure what... He might have said something in his video, Neril, that makes that relevant. Thoughts on bananas?
I don't like them. I don't like bananas. Never liked the taste of them.
I like the taste of bananas. I think they're cool.
Yeah, they're alright.
I'd hang out with a banana. I mean, Rag said he'd marry one earlier, so... Looking pretty good.
Yeah, because of their life expectancy.
That's a brand new sentence right there. I marry it because of its life expectancy. It's like, what? This goes to Glib. Rip Patrick a new one. Ooh.
Will do.
You want to go for that butt?
I will.
And I guess before, because I'll probably close out there actually, but I was going to...
Yeah.
There's memes. We didn't get to any in this one. But I know Baywin would be upset if I didn't show this one very quickly. So it's a nice old reference to the stream today. Well, I want my babies to have human intercourse with your face. I think we should be welcoming towards xenomorphs. This is the there's no fireplace, but you can tell this is maybe on a TV show. This is the guy from the video, and he's just he's talking to the... What does the book say? Toxic brood of peace. There's a little alien egg with a peace symbol on it. Yeah, honestly, that is a good-looking alien queen.
That definitely is a Baywin drawing.
Oh yes.
Toxic brood of peace. I want my babies to have human intercourse with your face. This is how you do it, right? This big hole in your face.
You call it human intercourse, yes?
This is your birthing canal, correct? You could just vocalize through it.
And yeah, we won't be a rushed finish like last time, though I will say that it will be some time now before the next full EFAP. It should be next Saturday. We even already have a guest lined up, as well as Fringmund. Fring Daddy G should be coming on.
Fringman ones?
It's intended to be a good old-fashioned talking EFAP. We don't actually intend to cover anything. We're going to chat about different topics with our guest, and then probably tackle the overflow again, of which we took a huge chunk out of today. It's coming along. Don't you panic, folks who wrote messages years ago. We're getting there. Coming. And I do look forward to the day where I say it's all done, because it'll come.
Don't leave any super chat behind.
No.
What's with all the bananas?
I don't know. A meme got started in chat, I think.
I think because you married a banana. Is that how it started?
Yeah, well, by the time the by the time the stream ends, it'll be like probably half spoiled if it's just been sitting out on the countertop or something.
You know what?
This marriage would have been over.
Yeah. Even just a day will have dramatic effects upon, especially a peeled banana, which that's the emote. It's a peeled banana. So just saying, guys, you're killing him. And yeah, I caught up with today's Super Chats and Streamlabs. All of it's done. It's just the overflow of which is coming right along. So thank you all for watching. And thanks for the very kind donations and the support. We got a lot of memes. We did a bunch last time, not so much this time. I think next time, because the conversation thing is going to happen, that we'll probably try and get a whole bunch of them done. That'll be Saturday, 7 p.m. GMT as usual. Hopefully, that's the expectation, right? Everything can change. This will come out probably tomorrow. Well, actually today for Americans now. Eventually, and then I need to stitch together the two parts that separate themselves for no reason, and that'll come out the following day. And then Saturday, like I said, will be Infinitisms 5, which is quite amusing. I did check it out ahead of time to make sure everything was working on it, and copyright was an asshole, but it's coming. And I've got to get out Super Chat Catch Up 3, which will probably be between the Saturday and the next Saturday. That makes the most sense. And depending on what's going on, I probably could do maybe another Super Chat Catch Up with Mr. Rags over here.
I'm certainly down for that. We need to catch up on them, take care of them.
Mm-hmm. Make sure they have a home. You know, gotta take care of them, cuddle up with them, make sure they're fed. But yeah, that's about it. It's been fun. I hope you enjoyed. The last two are Everyone Super Chat Now and Banana.
Banana.
We're proud of your bananas. They're wonderful. Yeah, anything else you guys wanna say before we sign off?
I just want to say that I'm sorry. I don't find my banana wife very appealing.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah. Happy birthday, Rags. Enjoy that.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Should be
Thank
good.
you.
And I should have my video out in a week. And thank you for having me on, Mahler.
Absolutely no problem, sir.
Having a good time.
Yeah. Oh, of course, and thanks to the others. Obviously, Sargon, Arch, and Blame. Or Blame the Controller, either way. It was quite an exciting adventure, and we shall see you next week, folks. Good night.
Bye-bye.
Later.
And remember, service guarantees citizenship.
Plarg. Kapla.